Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's episode of Artema. So quick recap of the last session, which is a little over 2 weeks ago. So, might need a little help here. Um, you guys
Butterflies.
found yeah. We started the session with the party having woken up on the beach of an island after the Selena, the ship you had been sailing across the Siren Ocean on, only a few days in, basically got destroyed at sea. So you all woke up to find yourself on the beach of this island with the crew of the Selena kind of running about trying to salvage and scavenge what was left of the ship. Uh, Unfortunately, the captain did pass away, um, along with several other people in the crew, mostly red shirts, if you will. Um, you guys did a quick kind of survey of the ship, of what was left of it by climbing aboard. You did a quick investigation of the captain's quarters to see. It looked like DMX came over and said that things have been sifted through, and that the Suma pirate Vorak had escaped from the brig. Uh, you guys did again a quick survey of the captain's quarters, and what did you find there exactly? What were you able to find out? I think there was a chest, a safe basically that had been broken into and cleaned out, more or less.
Yep.
And all the captain's belongings had been rummaged through. After that, I think Holfi, you went down to DMX's quarters and just kind of did a quick peek in there to see if you could find the little voodoo doll that he had taken from you, that you had acquired from the dream realm, the dreamscape, um, when you were in there. Uh, Everyone made their way back to the beach, and uh, first mate Thalia Harlan, who presumably is now acting captain, ordered everybody inward into the forest, away from kind of any line of sight that anybody on the island may have, especially the Suma pirates that were holding the Gnomish slaves over by the lighthouse on the opposite side of the island. So, party and the crew, what remains of the crew of the Selena, made your way inland to find camp for the evening. Um, the party briefly got sidetracked from the rest of the crew and encountered a rather violent gang of butterflies who mostly wrecked house on you.
It was
But you were able to
scarier
get
than
to
it
them.
sounds.
You say gang of
A lot
butterflies,
scarier.
it makes it sound like they all have matching jackets.
Like
Yeah.
they were carnivorous.
Yeah.
Got
Um,
little bandanas on.
yeah. So you guys made your way back to the rest of the crew of the Selena and made camp for the evening. Um, yeah, and I think a bunch of you kept watch throughout the night. Did I miss anything? Anything else you guys want to recap important that happened at the last session?
Just
I think you did have a kind of deep conversation, persuasive conversation with acting captain Thalia Harlan around how the gnomish slaves would be treated once you make your way to the Suma pirates, presumably at the lighthouse.
Yeah, we told her we would not abide by the gnomes being captive. And if she wanted our cooperation, then she would convince the crew to free them.
Yep.
And Rowan
And-
found that there may be a library on that.
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah, Rowan's friend.
Oh, yeah, and Rowan sees dead people.
What else is new?
We're girls
Yeah,
gonna weird.
Yeah.
Rowan has a new acquaintance that is visible only to her, and did inform her that there is some sort of library of some sort, ancient library on this island. And I think that's kind of where we left off. So at this point, it is the following morning. The sun is beginning to rise, though within the dense canopy of the forest, it's still rather dark. As some of the crew of the Selena starts to stir and pack up camp from the night before.
And we made our way to the crew, too. Like, we camped there with them, right?
Yep, you were there with them. Previous night, you had a campfire with with acting Captain Harlan.
That's
I think I ended up in a hole with a few people, so I'm
Yeah,
A
gonna
dire
that's
wolf?
cool.
I'm gonna climb out of that hole, or badger, I think, right?
Yeah, it was a
I
giant
imagine.
badger.
I fell asleep looking at the stars.
Fell asleep,
What?
reading through that book
Weren't you supposed to keep watch?
after my watch.
That's right. Yeah. So hopefully you, along with the voodoo doll that you got back from DMX's room, you do have a book that was titled Tales of Shalea, which I think you started to read through the night before, which recounts the stories from a small town on the continent of Durbos called Shalea.
What you reading?
Oh, this, I just told my father aboard the ship. I think that our Sergeant at Arms or Captain of the Guard, whatever his official title is an author.
Is it a romance novel?
I think, what's the phrase? I belongs from on that. A sort of coming of age tale.
Is it about him?
It's a bit private. You can have it.
I just take it before I start leaping through it.
Didn't get it from me.
Gonna be good.
On that note, I want to kind of, if possible, look around like the campsite.
Mhm.
I'd like to try to stash the voodoo doll among one of the other crewmates' belongings. Like when someone gets up to go, I'd like to look around, find one of the tents that's like not occupied after people wake up, and just stash the voodoo doll somewhere that I'll know where it is and not have it, and just so that way it's not on my person, but not on my any of my personal effects or.
Yep. So you stand up as the rest of the crew, what remains of the crew, the Selena and the rest of the party, milling about, packing up. You do see a few tents that are kind of unoccupied at this point, where maybe the denizens of those tents wandered off to take a morning pee in the trees. You're gonna do a stealth check for me.
Okay.
Or a sleight of hand. Stealth or sleight
It's
of
gonna
hand.
be the same either way. That's gonna be a 7.
Mm-hmm. So you walk through, feet crunching on the dead leaves beneath you. And as you make your way over to one tent in particular that looks like there's no one there, you kind of just open up the front of the tent a little bit and you start to place the doll in there. And unfortunately, a foot comes down and kicks your hand. Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry. I'm looking for the privy.
Does this look like a privy to you?
I
Well,
think was.
bad enough I was sleeping on this rock all night. I had someone trying to whiz in my tent. Be gone with you.
Snake. Hide it.
Yeah. And you see this gnome kind of pop out of this tent, and he's one of the Felix von Lucker's worker gnomes. Just cracks his back a little bit, cracks his knuckles, rolls his neck, and starts packing up his tent.
I guess now that I think about it, we wouldn't really have a privy set up. We're all in the woods, aren't we?
That's right.
Uh, so, yeah.
But
Can I have a? I don't know if I can retro it or not. Could I have placed my mushrooms out to dry that I found yesterday?
yeah, we'd say that you put them out to dry over the course of the night. And as the sun starts to come up a little bit slightly more light, slivers of light shining through the canopy of the trees, you notice something that looks different from the night before when you arrived here. Surrounding you all throughout this kind of glade, that you're in, are brightly colored mushrooms, kind of scattered all about. And additionally, it looks like a lot of the vegetation, barring the trees, has kind of grown in size rather significantly over the course of the night. And a lot of it seems to be colored differently from how you remember it the night before.
Do I recognize what these are?
Do a perception check.
Perception or nature?
Do a nature check, it's fine, yeah.
16.
They do not look familiar at all.
Wow.
It almost looks, the color and the colors of these trees and the mushrooms, they almost look otherworldly to you.
Interesting.
All of you are kind of confronted with these strange floral scents.
Does this seem dangerous?
It seems strange. You're not sure if it's dangerous or not. Some of the trees now seem to be bearing bizarre-looking fruits, different shapes, oblong, squished. And they're drooping, holding them.
And did this just kind of appear while we were sleeping overnight?
Seems so. Seems to have grown over the course of the night and simply appeared here upon waking.
Right. I want to pick one of the fruits.
Okay.
Are there any birds or wildlife eating the fruits?
You can do a perception check.
Oh, that's gonna be 5.
It's a little too dark still. You
Still
can't
looking
quite
for the
see
bathroom.
past. Yeah.
Can I look around to see if I see the old lady that was following me around yesterday?
Yeah. So you take a look around. You don't see this creature that was following you around right now. And so, Triskana, you're holding one of these fruits. It's kind of round, these soft spikes coming off of it. The fruit itself is yellow and the spikes are red. Soft spikes.
I'm sorry. Our stream just froze. I need like 1 second to fix it because once again, Mike's the only one moving. Sorry about this.
Weird how that happens.
Be right back.
Yeah.
That's fine. No worries. What do you have?
Leftovers or whatever the hell I can find in the fridge.
Nice.
It's quite the hodgepodge. I got some capriottis. I got some pizza for 2 separate orders.
Nice.
Got
Right, we're back on. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so you're holding this kind of strange fruit. Triskana.
All right. If I break it open, what's it smell like? Does it smell like nice, weird, poisonous?
It smells amazing. Citrus and floral. Meets your nose. You
Is that your breakfast?
I take a bite.
go and do a investigation check as you take this bite. As you're trying to fully experience this.
14.
This smell is amazing, but doesn't taste like anything. It's even, and you recognize that kind of everything you're smelling and everything you're seeing is illusory.
Weird. So it doesn't taste like anything?
It tastes like nothing. Like you're not even sure that you're eating anything.
I want to cast Detect Magic.
Mm-hmm.
I'll spend 10 minutes and I'll just sit down and cast it like as ritual. So it'll take me a little bit, but I want to investigate what's going on with these weird plants.
Okay. Yeah. So what does Detect Magic do exactly?
what it says on the side of the tin.
You sense the presence of magic within 30 feet. You can see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn the school of magic if there is any.
Okay. Yeah. Sec. You definitely get Uh, you definitely get the sense that there is music sorry, not music, magic all around you. It's emanating from almost every inch of this forest right now. Everywhere you look, it's almost overwhelming.
Does it seem to be School of Illusion?
Yes, it is School of Illusion.
Wow. Is it on like the ground?
It is emanating almost everywhere, but it is especially strong from this fruit that you're holding, and from fruits hanging from the trees, and from some of these colored mushrooms growing out of the ground.
It might just be the weird fruit I just ate, but everything is magic and I see magic everywhere.
Did you have one of those mushrooms?
No.
Rob?
No,
Okay.
but that's next. I pick a mushroom. I just,
As you
yeah, I
as you pick the mushroom, you see little like glowing, almost like sparks come out from where the mushroom broke off its stem. Just kind of float in the air and just disappear like fireworks, kind of.
I don't want to eat the mushroom, but I do want to just smell it and then examine it. Same
The
thing?
mushroom smells good, not as amazing as the fruit, a little more musky, but you still get some of that floral scent to it. As you kind of rub it through your fingers, it feels almost silky.
I'm just going to pocket a couple of these things. This is very strange. Something strange is happening. I think we should go.
Didn't your mama ever tell you not to eat a mysterious mushroom?
No? Are you not supposed to do that?
I don't know what mushrooms are.
Oh.
I mean, we have edible barnacles from time to time, but not these.
Got good mushrooms, and they have very bad mushrooms.
Oh.
And we have really, really good mushrooms. But yeah, we should go.
We have a job to do today, so.
PM, I'm sorry. Am I here, or are you gonna bring me in later?
You're here. You're here.
Okay.
So yeah, to loop you in, everyone just woke up the next morning after a long rest within this glade that you kind of camped in. It's very early. Light's just starting to kind of shine through and in sharp blades through the canopy. And yeah, everybody's kind of packing up to make your way onto whatever it is you are going to do today.
I get to the lighthouse. I thought we were trying to get to the lighthouse like before, sun up, but
Oh, yeah, that would have been good. Huh. Well, you were the one that stayed up and was supposed to wake us up, Wolfie.
He was reading. He got caught up.
I know how that goes.
it was a delightful sounding town.
I give you your book back.
Thank you.
I want the extra weight.
So at this point, acting captain Valley Harlan is packing up her stuff, and she looks over at the five of you, looks around at the five of you. I suppose we should make our way on today.
Are you going to
It's too late.
Are you going to speak to your crew about what we talked about last night?
I suppose I could. Remember, I said it would take some convincing. I think the five of you have as much of a role to play in convincing them as I do. They'll listen to me.
Of course.
The other option is the crew doesn't necessarily know who these gnomes are. So if we find them and we save them, bring them back, they could be extra hands. But we're fortunate enough to find.
Hopefully,
Unless they're branded or something where it would be clear that they are slaves.
hopefully if we bring them on as extra hands in the crew, then doesn't that just keep them as slaves?
Not that they're paid wages.
If they have to volunteer,
It should
they
be
ha-
consensual.
we should offer to help them regardless of their decision on whether or not they want to be extra hands. Please.
What I'm saying is that the crew need not know every single detail. All the details they know need not necessarily be entirely accurate.
As long as Rowan and I don't get captive in the process.
Agreed.
And where do
Captain, we have your word that
Go ahead.
our friends here, and we were all going to be under your protection from any such consequences. Any disagreements concerning the issue of the slaves.
You will have my protection, as protection as I can give it.
I
But
know.
if we offer work to these 15 gnomes, how do you propose we pay them? We have no money.
I think we'd be grateful enough for free passage for one.
Passage aboard what?
Well, I assume the Suma have a ship. Which leads me to my next thought.
Oh dear.
The Suma have a ship, so all we need to do to get the ship is get rid of the Suma. And there are potentially 15 gnomes we could have on our side in that fight, plus the entire crew of the Selena. It's a no-brainer.
It's a gnome brainer.
I see what you did there.
Sorry, you too many gnome jokes.
Okay, well,
Well, anywhere I can steal a ship, I'm in.
You're the perfect woman for this job.
Oh,
Does anyone disagree?
No. If anything, we could find a way to pay the gnomes with what she sells the, boat to the Suba for before we steal it.
Yes.
she takes, acting Captain Harlan takes 2 pans, of which some meals were cooked the night before, just... Excuse me, everyone. May I have your attention, please? We have an important matter to discuss. Looks over at you, Zeph. Goes, well, take it away, my friend.
What?
She kind of puts her hand up. The gnomes.
Do you want...
Oh, yeah.
If you're as persuasive as you were, or as you were with me, with them,
Sure. I wasn't expecting to make a speech, but sure. So you all stand here and you see me as a gnome? You see Rowan as a gnome? Or do we look as though we should be captive to you?
you see some people in the crowd, like a few of the more gruff-looking, like older sailors, just kind of like shrug their shoulders, like look at each other, like.
I walk in the middle of them, like, try and be undetected, and I just, like, under my voice, I'm like, no, of course not!
The only way we're going to get out of here is if we go take care of these Suma, let these gnomes free, and take their ship.
Yeah, free the gnomes, yeah!
Why should we free the gnomes? They're our income. Yeah,
What good
we
will
have
money
family
do
to
you?
feed back home.
No, boo, that's bad.
You won't be able to see your family. You won't be able to spend whatever income you might hope to earn unless we're off of this rock.
We don't have enough people to operate any ship of any size at this point. We're going to need them. So if you want to ever see your family again, let alone be able to earn any income, this is what we need to do, and you need to be on board.
Yeah, what he said, yeah!
Another one says, kind of this tall elven character, what good are 15 gnomes aboard a vessel that no one knows how to use anyhow? And you hear Felix von Lucker and his 4 gnomes kind of stand off to the side and go, hey, wait a minute.
I
Really,
think,
the Selena wouldn't have been nearly in as good shape as it was if not for the gnomes that were keeping it together. And I believe I know one who's willing to knock your head in.
yeah.
I don't see any alternative at this point. So you're either helping or you're voting to die.
Thick Carl is standing over there leaning against one of the trees, and the tree's like leaning a little bit but from his weight. He just cracks his knuckles a little bit, glaring at the rest of the crowd. But again, that is our income. I have a wife and kids I need to feed.
Do they deserve to be fed on the backs of indentured labor?
That's our only option.
will
That
you...
is the trade in which we partake.
How well will your wife and child be able to survive when your wife is made a widow from you not being able to leave this island?
There are other things you could trade in. I mean, there's a ton of magic mushrooms on this island.
Just gotta say
What? There's an herb somewhere that apparently is going to cure whatever this permanent thing is. We find that, we could sell that. For plenty of money, I'm sure.
Could sell perlits.
But so pearls, you can weaponize them, and you
It would-
never mind that.
It would be more ethical for you to infect people with perlids than sell them the cure than it would be to continue to enslave these gnomes.
Here,
I agree
here.
with that, and I am infected with perlids.
I'm not entirely on board with that.
Perlids.
Neither
are
am
these
I, but we
perlids?
got to get these people on board with something, otherwise we're going to stand here and die.
Oh God.
Captain. Captain, what are these perlids? Are we infected with them?
You might be.
The crowd starts to get a little uneasy and starts like shifting around, looking at each other.
I'm going to cast calm emotions.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Like-
So, yeah. Hold on. I don't know how you do this want to do this with a crowd. But I attempt to express strong emotions in a group of people. Each humanoid in a 20-foot radius sphere makes a charisma saving throw. Yeah, and I can either suppress any effect, making them charmed or frightened, or I can make the targets indifferent towards creatures of my choice that they're becoming hostile towards.
Okay, all right.
So,
All right. So what was it, wisdom or
charisma,
charisma? Okay, what was the DC?
13.
All right, yeah, they succeeded. So I did one roll for everyone.
Yeah.
They're definitely looking a little uneasy.
Right.
What are perlids? Was that creature we saw aboard the ship? Yeah, I believe it was.
Yes, highly contagious.
What?
Oh, you're going the opposite way with this.
Oh, I misunderstood.
Oh,
But
Is
they
she
hate
contagious?
gnomes.
if
Perlids hate gnomes. So the more gnomes you have on your ship that want to be on the ship, the better you are.
of course, you're welcome to stay here on this island as long as you'd like to.
She just said she's contagious. Get her.
Said
Pull
she
her
was
down off of
contagious.
there.
Who said she was contagious? No one said she's contagious, you moron.
Was infected.
I
Just
just heard
because
her.
she's infected doesn't mean she's contagious.
One of the people from the crowd goes up to where the five of you are standing and tries to pull you away towards the woods, Valsina, thinking you're
Yep.
contagious. What do you do?
How many? Oh my god.
How many people?
This is just one person trying to pull you. I just heard she's contagious.
I get next to her and I pull out my rapier.
Get her away. What'd you say, Rowan?
I run up next to her and I pull out my rapier. Say, get away! Back
Yeah,
up!
Do I look like a perlid?
I don't even know what a perlid looks like.
Why are you
Then
so
why are
worried?
you afraid of it?
I'm afraid of any contagion.
What's the race of this person who's speaking?
Human.
Okay. Typical humans. Always afraid of things you don't understand.
Excuse me. He puts up his hands as you approach him with the rapier, and backs away a little bit.
You should be more afraid with your halitosis.
Hello, what now?
Ooh, shots fired.
Yeah.
Just
Or with vicious mockery. Fuck.
just breathe with your mouth closed.
Glares at you. This human has like this scraggly beard, with like just like a mop of hair to the right and this hooked nose, and just glares at you as he backs up into the crowd again. Do an intimidation check, please.
What was that?
Rowan, go and do an intimidation check.
I'll give guidance.
Your video froze there. Well, there you are. You're gonna give guidance on that. Okay.
I think it's a 15. But...
Okay.
Oh no,
13.
13.
And we can
Okay.
add a d4.
Okay. You want to add a D4 to that? For guidance from,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so roll a d4.
if you want. Yeah.
My D4's gone.
Hold on.
Here.
4.
4 plus 4.
So 13, 17.
17. All right. Yeah, so he backs away into the crowd a little bit, and backs even a little bit further behind, a couple rows behind other people standing there. Definitely intimidated by you, Rowan, with the rapier.
Anybody
So
else?
So another voice. What do you propose we do then, Captain? You listen to these 5 people here who we have years aboard this ship together, and now you propose we throw it all away? For what? We'll be aboard these waters for weeks or months, How are we to live? How am I to show my face when I get home? And the captain, acting Captain Harlan, they are right. We should listen to them. We all know that what we do is wrong, yet we do it anyhow. We will figure something out. But what I do know is that there is a group of Suma pirates up there with what is currently our property. Though once we rescue them, they will no longer be our property, it's true. Because I will give them up. However, we need to make haste. Time passes. The sun grows in the sky. We need to go. So, Holfi, Zeph, can you guys both do persuasion checks for me based on everything you said to
Yeah,
them?
so I was
And I'll do
definitely-
one for.
Hang on, I'll get the dice together. Well, what's my persuasion? That's 3.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, 11.
Okay.
10. Fuck.
All right. The crew, you get the sense the crew is kind of buying it a little bit, that they've accepted it at this point. Not sure all of them are 100% on board at this point, but they've resigned themselves to the decision that's been made.
Oh, wait. Can I use my inspiration? Nah,
Yes.
never mind. I'll save it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got it also. I'm also going to save it.
Okay. All right. So the rest of the crew, they kind of scatter and pack up the rest of their belongings. What do you guys do?
So we're just heading to the lighthouse. I mean,
Yeah.
Thalia seems to know where we're going, so we can kind of take navigational lead from her.
Once,
My mushroom.
once they're ready to go, let's make haste.
Get
All
through
right.
this crazy forest.
So yeah, you guys make your way. After only takes about 15 minutes more for the crew and for you guys to pack up your belongings, and you make your way into the woods in the direction that you believe the lighthouse to be, based on Thalia Harlan's navigation skills, along with you're also being led by one sec. Gotta remember so many NPCs' names.
Dick Carl.
Along with thank you, Tobin. Was it Tobin Bloodbane? I believe, right? The navigator from the ship. One sec. Yeah. Tobin Bloodbane, yeah, is kind of the loner in charge of navigation. Kind of walking up front, somewhat of a scout for everyone.
I'm gonna try and pull the conscripted off to one side to see if I can speak to just us privately as we walk.
Mhm.
I have a thought, and you don't have to say anything now. But we've convinced the crew of the Selena to band with the gnomes to overthrow the Suma. And this is just a possibility. Just saying. If and when we overthrow the Suma, if you wanted, we could then overthrow the crew of the Selena and just, take the Suma ship with the gnomes and leave them behind. They do not seem like good people. Just a thought.
Not
Captain,
everyone
I
on the
think-
boat is trash, though.
We take Felix and Thick Carl with
Yeah,
us.
I was like, those guys are nice.
Yeah, but the ones that are keep the slaves, maybe we just leave them on the island and let them figure their own shit out.
Or we could sell them as slaves.
I would not be on board for that.
That's on brand.
It is.
That'd be nice positions.
You could sell them to themselves. Brilliant! Infinite money!
I'd be okay with blackmail and sell them back to their own families, but not keep them as
Oh,
property.
I like that way.
Yeah.
I like that thought.
Just
good.
let that simmer, it's just a thought. If you guys wanted, I would be okay with that.
Let's.
I think if
Great.
We might
We
have to
get the
cross that
feeling-
bridge when we get there.
we get the feeling that a mutiny is likely, and perhaps, but I also hesitate to turn on the captain after she more or less taking a significant chance on us.
She is very beautiful.
Not relevant, but okay. I think
Plus, we need a navigator to take us to this island we need to go to.
I think we need to retain as much of the crew as possible. And if they decide to mutiny against... We've aligned with Thalia at this point. And if they decide to mutiny against her, then we are with her. And
Obviously,
we will
what happened?
dispatch them if necessary.
Okay. I could navigate a ship. I mean, that's not an issue.
Yes, but which one of us is going to do all the heavy lifting with the sails and the ropes and the climbing and everything? Because let's face it.
That's why we're taking Thick Carl.
Oh, of course, the Carl would be the one pulling
We
the.
put 5
Yeah.
gnomes on one rope. That's roughly enough weight.
Oh, I know what we could do. We could have.
Teamwork.
Alcina, you could just turn it into an octopus, and then that's 8 hands at once.
Brilliant! That'll be great until she turns into a perlet.
Senior tentacles, you could just, swap the rudder every time, and then I think we're fine.
We have options.
I'd really like to not turn into a fish monster that wants to eat you guys.
Could you
I'd like
turn
that too.
Could you turn into a possum and then maybe somehow take the perlet out of your pouch? Is that possible?
Brilliant. Out
I
of box
could turn
thinking.
into a possum, but I don't think I'd be able to reach into my pouch and grab it. I mean, we could try.
Why are we working under the assumption that the perlet is in a womb of some kind? It's a parasite, right?
What if?
It is-
Okay,
it
wait.
is
What
a
if I
parasite.
turned into one of those
There.
creepy underwater fish that were like clear, and then someone could just grab it out of me?
I don't think you can do that with an infection, but I'm open to trying.
Yeah, I have no surgical expertise, but I
Assistant surgeon.
yeah, assistant.
Oh God.
She holds the lantern.
Just don't get shot.
Oh.
That's a good idea.
And at this point, you guys have walked maybe about half an hour through the woods. Zeph, you made a comment to the rest of the party about crossing that bridge when you get to it. And it's at that point, as you're walking through the forest, you actually start to approach a rather small bridge, crossing a stream.
Brilliant.
Small, slow-moving stream, water trickling through the woods. Some of the crew of the Selena is up ahead of you and already starting to cross the bridge. And as you see them crossing, you hear a few of them go, "Hey, what the? Chuck, what are you doing? What? That's going down the water. What's it? Get it! Get after him!" And the water at this point seems to have kind of picked up its pace somewhat and has risen a few inches, and is, from what you can see, going to do a perception check.
Who's doing it?
Any one of you.
I'm +2 on that, so
Oh,
Yeah, I
natural
can-
one.
19.
15.
All right. Kofi, so you notice it looks like some of the blades that the crew of the Selena is carrying, some of their weapons, whatever they may be, for about maybe 7 or so that have started to cross this bridge. These blades were seemingly plucked out from the equipment of the crew and is now being swiftly taken away by this quickly rising current of the stream.
Interesting.
What's the vegetation situation? Is there still a bunch of like weird fruit and mushrooms around?
All around you. Yep.
Okay.
I think the bridge itself may be trapped. Something arcane. One could have a guardian.
Opie, you also heard, you start to hear a faint giggling.
Wait a minute. Be pixies.
Invisibility.
Could be
I
what?
hear that. I hear laughter.
Are you feeling okay?
No, I just heard giggling. I'm not having a stroke, if that's what you're asking. No, I'm.
Sure.
How's my face?
Looks like you're having a stroke.
Oh, for God's sake! I always look like this.
What's that acronym? Slow?
Oh! Up ahead, you hear a few more.
It's fast.
Carl, what was that for? Carl's, I didn't do anything. What are you talking about, Felix? You're getting old. You're getting senile in your old age.
All right. Can I cast
So,
detect
crossing the
magic?
bridge?
Mm-hmm.
Squeakums?
No, Squeakum's not crossing the bridge. They swept over.
You do get a sense of magic all around you. It's just like that, just like Triscana saw. It's emanating from
you
almost
weren't lying. Oh my
everywhere.
god.
It's blinding. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, but I'm gonna try to focus on the bridge specifically.
Okay. Yeah, you get a sense of magic emanating from the bridge. Strong, similar to the magic that is emanating from some of the fruit and mushrooms that are growing out of the ground and trees.
Weird.
I want to. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I step on you?
As more of the crew ahead of you, you guys are kind of tailing behind, crosses the bridge. You see more blades and weapons kind of being swept away, being plucked out. A few of the crew kind of jump off the bridge and onto the land and try to grab a few of the blades, but at this point the current is too strong and rising too rapidly. It seems like the bridge has grown a little bit too as the current and river has grown.
Uh-oh. What happens if I try and cast Shape Water on the current to change the flow, to like slow it down a little bit?
Do you do that?
Yeah.
Try to. Okay.
Yeah, I cast it. Does it work?
Doesn't work, unfortunately.
Okay.
Seems like the magic here might be stronger than your magic.
It's stronger than level 4.
The giggling
This is weird.
has grown. It's gotten louder. Still giggling.
Do we all hear it now?
Yes.
Is that a giggle or like a cackle?
Somewhere between the two, I guess. A gackle.
Cackle.
Okay, I'll give Holfie, what is a pixie? Because I don't like this.
Only assuming it is. I didn't see it. I heard it. Mischievous little shits.
There'd be a water.
They like fun. They do like, could be a water nymph. Or any number of things. Can I make a nature check so I can stop bullshitting?
Yeah.
See
Yeah.
if I know what this thing is.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. It's cocked, so. Alright. Nature 18.
Okay. You're not from. You have heard stories of pixie-like creatures who like to play pranks and like to mess with other creatures of the material plane. And this kind of seems like it might be that a little bit, but it's having very real effects.
How do we keep them happy so they don't... I don't know.
What if we play a prank on the pixie?
That would be very good. We could play pranks somehow.
Could we make them laugh?
Yes. A good idea, but
Better we could make an offering. I don't know what you like, but
they like good humor. They like, not sure.
magic mushrooms
They might.
Maybe. It's not a bad
or
idea.
poisonous mushrooms.
I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion, and I'm gonna make an image of Zeph, and then his pants fall down, and you just see his, like, drawers underneath. And then I point and I laugh.
The image, though, right? The image.
It's just an image, yeah, of...
Yeah.
Sexual harassment.
Sorry.
The giggling grows into a loud cackle.
Does it seem like a happy cackle or a, like, I don't like that at all cackle?
All the cackles seem happy,
No,
but
not
it does
not
seem like it's
realizing
had
that
an
it's
effect.
not realizing that it's an illusion. Hopefully he's going to say, "Oh, Seth, goodness," and try and reach down to pick it up, and then just almost fall through.
Yeah. You're not prepared for there to be nothing there, so your hands just kind of meet the ground.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll make another illusion of water, like spraying out of the ground and like splashing Holfie in the face, although you don't feel it at all.
Yeah, hopefully screams.
Is the stream calming down at all when I do this?
No,
Oh.
it's only grown. One of the Selena crew, you hear a voice. It's Felix von Luckers. Hi. My coin purse! My coin purse! It's there! Captain! And Captain looks at it. Captain hasn't crossed yet. I just kind of puts her hands. I don't know what to do. Felix, I'm sorry. The river seems to quell a little bit, actually.
Do we give it money to pass? Is it like a toll?
God, what if it's like a tongue?
Okay, I'll toss a gold coin into the water and see what happens.
Okay. So the river the stream seems to quell a little bit with that gold coin.
I'll toss my gold Astra and
You're gonna wish you had that coin someday. You try and get rid of it all the time.
Your 2
Yeah.
gold coins get swept away by the stream.
Any change?
Are
Trying
you
to
gonna
cross
cross
them?
now, or are you gonna just keep staying?
And yeah, I'm gonna cross.
Okay. Yeah, so you crossed. Is that what you said? So you cross. Your crossing is uneventful. As you're looking at all the other crew of the Selena, they're looking about. Some of them have like bruises on their face and looking around at the other crew of the Selena, like accusatory glances at them. And they're looking down the stream as they're looking at their weapons that are swiftly floating away. And you're just strolling across.
I'll follow Halfie since I also paid a toll.
I'll toss a gold and go.
Same. I think this is pretty straightforward.
What about you, Rowan? What are you doing?
I'm gonna wait till they cross just to make sure if it's like regular coins are okay, or if it's the Astra coin.
Okay. So the 4 of you make it across. Not to be missed, there are some kind of suspicious glances thrown your way from the rest of the crew of the Selena. You hear a few whispers along the lines of, why didn't they lose any of their weapons?
Alright, I
Why didn't
go
they
to the
It's because we're
I go to-
magic.
pummeled?
I go to the river and I take out a gold coin and I'm like, this is what you gotta do. Hopefully. And then I throw it in and into the river and then I cross.
Okay, and you cross safely as well. Again, some accusatory glances as people look suspiciously upon you, and you hear whispers of, did they do this? One turns to the captain. Your friends here seem like just the 5 of them, huh? Just happen to know what to do.
We waited and saw you all failing.
Just throw a coin in and come. It's no big deal.
A few of the remaining crew take out what remains of their small coins that they have and throw some gold coins in. A few of them cross uneventfully, not losing any items or getting pummeled in any way.
See?
Captain does the same, crosses. And everyone has crossed this bridge now. So what are you guys doing? At
How
this
close
point,
are
the stream behind you has quelled now that everyone has crossed, and the bridge seems to have shrunk back to its initial size.
Do we see any buildings or anything around?
No, so you're still in the middle of the woods. You don't really... It just seems like kind of a wild forest.
I'll cast one last minor illusion of whichever one of like the whiniest crew members was like, yeah, how come they got to cross? I'll make him pretend to like fall into the stream head first and get stuck in the mud, and then I'll just like keep walking.
You hear some boisterous laughter from the other Selena. Other crew of the Selena. You think that's funny, huh? I don't think it's very funny.
You
It's
would.
the human that threatened Valsina earlier.
We're gonna have to kill this guy.
Oh yeah, he's going down.
Yep.
What's his name? Just so we know. Do we know what this crew member's name is?
You don't know his name.
No.
Does he have a
Yeah.
beard?
Yeah, describe him.
He does have a beard. He's got this scraggly beard. He's got matted hair. It's
Count
somewhat
Olaf.
cool. What's that?
Just count Olaf.
Yeah, yeah.
From
We're making
Yeah.
him easy to hate.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Matted, greasy hair, somewhat full, pushed to the side. Kind of salt peppery. Again, scraggly beard, tall, hooked nose. a little bit of a mullet. Yeah.
Nice.
It's like pushed up against the neck and just comes out a little bit.
Nice. I
Noted.
just keep walking.
Evan has a wife and kids.
All right, to the lighthouse.
There's someone for everyone, Ulfie.
I don't know.
That's
You
not
guys-
true, actually.
Looks like he spends most of his time in a horse stable anyway.
He turns and looks over his shoulder at you, Rowan. Turns
just
back
wink.
as his mullet kind of bounces as he turns his head back.
I love it.
Rowan's spitting fire today.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys continue through the woods, making your way northwest towards the what you think is the direction of the lighthouse. About another half hour passes, and the sun is still rising. It looks like the foliage of the trees is starting to get a little more sparse. More light is coming in, and then after, like I said, after about that half hour period, you start to hear kind of some loud voices coming from up ahead.
Can we like get the crew to stop and like convene so we can come up with a plan before we just walk
Yeah.
into it?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, so they all start to kind of slow down and get down a little bit and crouch down to listen.
Captain, do you want to negotiate or take them by surprise?
Let's make them think we're going to negotiate, then take them by surprise.
But I don't think they're going to give up the gnomish slaves easily. The Sumer are not ones known to negotiate. And even if they pretended like they would, I wouldn't be surprised if they attempted to betray us.
Don't you think they know that we're coming, though? I mean, they have to see our ship. There's an Astra prisoner that escaped. He probably made his way back here. So I
Well,
don't think we have surprise on our side.
That's true. Vorak probably did make his way back here, so we should be prepared for that. They're probably aware we're there. The sound of these voices up ahead seems somewhat... Can all of you do perception checks for me? Or what's everybody's passive perception, I guess?
16.
17.
13.
14.
What was yours, Triscana?
13.
13. So, okay, 13. Wolfie, Valsina, you guys both note a couple things. One, the voices that are coming from up ahead seem somewhat frantic, hurried. Second to that, out of the corner of your eye, off in the distance near what looks like maybe the tree line, you notice flashes of movement. Tiny sounds of rustling leaves meet your ears. Sound of snapping twigs, and at the same time, tiny feet scampering at the edge of the forest. It sounds like they're scampering, and then you kind of hear them around you, kind of circling around you.
Are we hiding?
We hear tiny feet scampering, and then we hear it circling. We start to hear it circling around us.
Circles around, but then kind of goes off in the distance a little bit and disappears for a little bit.
Oh, okay. Something's coming. It could be something loud.
Are we hiding at this point, or are we just talking?
There's
in the
like,
middle?
what, there's like 30 of us? We can't hide.
Well, I'm climbing a tree.
Up trees, quick!
Okay. I'll follow Holfie up a tree.
Can everyone do... okay, so two things. Can everybody do intelligence checks for me? Investigation checks, please.
Investigation.
Yeah.
So,
Spend my luck.
I'm gonna spend investigation and inspiration on this.
still being a new, proficiency is +2, right? Yeah.
15.
So +6, whatever this is.
17.
No, 9.
Knocked.
Okay.
8.
12.
Let's say my inspiration still.
Okay. So most of you are okay. But the sound of the scurrying, especially since you were the one who was most perceptible to it, Holtby, kind of freaks you out a little bit, and you're starting to feel a little nervous. You look down, you see your hands shaking a little bit, and you're a little unsure about what's going on around you, about the frantic sounds of yelling up ahead, the rustling, the snapping twigs, the voices scampering, the feet scampering, and the giggling you heard back underneath the bridge, and the strange fruit and mushrooms growing everywhere. It's starting to freak you out a little bit. So.
And Charlie. All right.
You currently have disadvantage on attack rolls
Oh
from,
shit.
from shaky hands.
Okay.
Is this just another illusion?
Who has disadvantage on attack?
I do.
Already.
Just Halfie.
All right.
Does he need shaking hands for vicious mockery though? Shaky vocal cords.
Yeah. The captain. So you all try to. What are you scurrying up the trees?
Listen.
Yeah, all of you. Okay. So some of you scurry up the trees, but the rest of the crew kind of looks at you like, "What are they doing?" Captain,
You fuckers!
what are you doing?
Oh wait,
coming.
maybe they don't. Maybe the jig isn't up for them. Maybe they don't need to hide.
Is it real? Is what you heard real? Or is it another illusion like this weird fruit?
What?
It's not a kind way to
speak.
speak. What?
You heard it, didn't you?
I didn't hear anything. I just followed you up here because you told me to.
I heard it.
Something running. It was panic up ahead, and then there was something scampering towards us.
I can see that you're frightened, but I took a bite of fruit that didn't taste like anything, and there's a lot of illusions here. Was it real? Are you sure?
Oh.
Can I look in the direction that all the sound that the things were running away from?
Yeah. So it was hard to make out. It kind of sounded like it was all around you.
Oh.
You're still kind of surrounded by trees. You're not sure exactly where it went. Just kind of scattered off into the forest.
Is your detect magic still up, Felsina?
Has it been more than 10 minutes?
Yeah, it's been about half an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's gone now.
Up ahead, the sound of the voices has grown somewhat louder. You hear yelling. People. You faintly make out people yelling to grab them, bring them on. The captain turns to the five of you. What are the five of you doing?
We don't have time for this.
Agreed. There is no time. We must go.
They're
Alright,
going.
Sounds like they're trying to leave.
They're going to embark. We need to catch them now, or we won't have another chance.
On down. All right.
May hop down.
All right, we're jumping.
Well-
Giving chase, I guess, right?
Yeah,
Coming.
we'll go fast towards it.
Completely misread that. All right.
Is that what all of you are doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you all hop down from your trees and you follow the rest of the crew, the Selena, kind of running, flat-footed through the forest. And
If
eventually, yep, go ahead.
Can I try to get there faster in a wild shape form?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. I'll turn into a more bounder.
Fuck
I think
yeah!
I think they run really fast. I think they're the fastest thing I could turn into.
What do they
And
look like?
just
They're huge.
okay, yeah. Speed 70 feet.
Okay. So
Anyone smallish want to catch a ride?
Ooh, that would be fun.
Gnome? Yeah, gnomes will go for a ride. Why not?
Yeah.
Hippity hoppity.
Hope he's still shaky.
They're like two gnomes riding on your back.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, you're fast. You won't slow me down.
1 sec here.
I will dash to try and keep up.
Okay.
So I'll be going
Yeah.
60 feet.
So as the crew of the Selena and you guys are kind of running through the forest, trying to make haste towards the tree line, wherever the Suma are, Valsina, you kind of transform, and as you do, you just kind of speed ahead of everyone else, and you just hear gasps coming out from the crew, the crew of the Selena, and you hear whispers of vital magic, vital magic. Why are we with her? But as you run forward, so give me 1 sec here. So as Valsina, as you run forward, you get to the tree line first, and as you emerge, the sunlight at this point gets to be almost blinding because you've been in the kind of the dim light of the forest. And up ahead, maybe a couple hundred feet, you see the Suma, and a large ship kind of docked just on the beach there, basically anchored, with a kind of a bridge, a few bridges kind of going down from the top of the ship down towards the beach. And you see some of the Suma pirates carrying crates from the lighthouse up to the ship.
All right, want to cause a disruption?
Can I?
Which is really just me growling and looking back at you guys and looking at them.
Can I send a message to Vorak, the Suma from our ship?
As you do that, 2 Suma come out escorting 4 small gnomes um, up the planks to the ship. Yep, go ahead.
Okay. I'll send a message and I'll say, "Hello, cousin. We need a ride. Let's make a deal. Can you come out and talk?" You can reply to this message.
You get no response. Just dead air. You do notice that as all of you have approached the tree line and are now on the beach, they can't quite see you. They're still a little ways off. There is a second Suma ship, seemingly out to the water, that's already kind of disembarked.
That complicates things. That complicates things a lot. Can we tell what anyone was running from? Did it sound like it was the gnomes just running from the Suma, or is there something else going on?
The scattering you heard looks like it sounded like it was coming from the woods, and it sounded like tiny feet, lots of them. It doesn't seem like it came from the Suma or the gnomes here.
How many Suma can we see, or do we need to scout ahead?
At this point, you can see maybe about 7 making their way from the beach area up these planks to the ship. Presumably, there's probably numerous more aboard the vessel.
And how? You don't have to tell me like how big the ship is, but how many crew does it look like these ships could hold potentially?
I'd say maybe 60 to 70.
Okay, so I'll let everybody else know that there may be more than a few Suma to try and overtake. We may have to negotiate.
Give me 1 sec here.
Rowan's just ready. Like, she's got her bow out. She's
Yeah.
ready.
How far away are those other gnomes from me right now?
Give me 1 sec. Sorry.
Are they abandoning the lighthouse?
It does seem like they're. So to answer your question, hopefully, yeah, it seems like they're just trying to board up. They seem like they're in rather big hurry. Kind of far away to tell, but yeah, they're definitely hurrying to get these ships loaded and to head off the island.
Do I look enough like them, like I could blend in, or are we wearing like completely different things?
I don't think you'd be able to blend in. Yeah, the Suma wear kind of very different sort of clothing from what you would typically wear. What did you ask, Valsina?
How far away are the Suma that are escorting the gnomes?
Say about 250 feet. So you're kind of at like a tree line that just ends at the beach, and the beach just leads down towards the water. Obviously, and there's a ship there. Ship itself is maybe 350 feet off. So.
I turn to Zeph and I just say, should we pretend we're prisoners to get close?
That is incredibly risky.
I know, but it's our only chance to get off this island.
What about the others?
Maybe they could hide? Is there a crate?
I mean, we could create a diversion, but that's almost certain to get us captured.
At this point, you hear a sudden pop that just kind of emanates the air. It's loud and almost deafening. It's this kind of high-pitched, similar to like a loud crack of lightning. Off to your left, at kind of where the tree line is, you see a flash, and this circular portal, maybe about 20 feet across, suddenly opens up, emanating this pink-blue light, and out of it rushes a number of kind of whispery, willowy shapes that you can only barely make out. They seem to be almost invisible, and they come out of this portal screaming straight towards the Suma as they try to board the ship. And you start to hear the Suma yell, "Get aboard! Go! And as these as these creatures, moving incredibly fast, fly over the heads of these Suma, over the water, way out to the first ship that embarked that's already out there. and you see them circle around the ship and lay waste to the ship as the mast gets torn asunder to pieces. Pieces of the ship fly apart. The mast gets torn, crashed down to the water below. From that ship, you see Suma jumping off the edge of the ship, and as they're jumping off, some of these creatures make a loop around, pick up these creatures, toss them in the air, and you see their bodies just, from the force of being tossed, just break apart, land in the ocean below. On the ship closest to you, people, the Sumer, are scuttling to get aboard the ship as quickly as they can.
Unexpected.
From up ahead of you, one of these creatures turns, flies seemingly at 80, 90 kilometers an hour straight towards you. And it's headlining straight for you. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh shit!
Does anyone have more gold coins?
They are currently absorbed inside of my body.
Oh, nat 20.
Nice.
Nice.
I got a 19.
18.
17.
All right.
Yeah, we all rolled well, except for
For one,
Team more bounders.
Valsina, you got 19?
Yeah, for a total 21. 21, sorry.
Oh, 21. Okay, let me do this again. All right, so let's do it the way they do it in Critical Role. 20 to 25. Yeah, 20 to 25.
22.
Okay, wow. Incredible.
I also got a nat 20 somehow.
22. And Valsina, you got 21. Incredible. All right, 20 for Rowan and 15
I
to
got
19.
23. I got 23.
Okay. All right,
we're going
23.
first.
15 to 19.
17.
17. Okay.
Incredibly well.
Yeah, that's unreal. All right, 17. Okay. As this somewhat invisible creature, you can just barely make him out, starts to come towards you. And I always ask this: what is an initiative roll? Dexterity?
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. Got it. Nailed it. Cool. Okay. All right. This creature, somewhat invisible, you can only barely make out the edges of it, flying at you at ungodly speed. First person up is Tristan, Rowan.
I take my short bow out, and is it in like 80-foot range at least?
Can you give me 1 sec?
Yep.
Sorry. I'll give you guys a sense of kind of what this looks like.
Also, I always forget, how do I un-full screen Fantasy Grounds?
You should be able to right click and then on the right option there is restore window.
Oh, that'll just make it, okay. Oh, restores it to a window. There you go.
1 sec.
This is not going how we anticipated on the beach.
Not at all.
We're getting some help, but we're also going to have to fight a little bit.
Good thing our plan wasn't that good to begin with.
Oh yeah, that was a shit place.
Whoa, this thing looks cool.
It's a little more easy to see in the image, but in reality, what you see is you can barely see this thing. You just kind of make the outline of it as it's screeching its way towards you. We got Matt, Isabel, Ash. Okay. All right, so that's everyone. All right, I'll share it here again for you. There you go. All right, so Rowan, you're the first one up. This creature, whatever it is, I'd say is about 50 feet away from you at this point.
Okay. I take a shot with my bow and arrow.
I want to be like, hey, we're cool.
Oh, 20.
20. That hits.
Okay, 4. 5. And you said they're within 25 feet, so I can't do sneak attack yet. So that's it for me.
Okay. Okay. So 5 damage, you said?
Yep.
All right. All right, yeah, as your arrow streaks through the air, this creature coming at you at the same speed as the velocity of your arrow, you see the waves, the kind of the speed of this creature going over the water, leaving kind of the, like boat lines as it makes its way towards you. And this this arrow right through, this kind of whispery creature. Didn't seem to do damage, but went right through it. Okay, Tuscana, you are up.
All right, I'll take out a small fish rib cage from my component pouch, and I will cast Hold Person. And I will use one of my portent rolls for today to make it roll a 6 on its saving throw.
Okay.
Which is a wisdom saving throw, if that matters.
Okay. And what are you doing? Charm Person? Is that what you said?
Hold Person.
Hold Person. Okay. All right. 1 sec. Okay. Yeah, so it cannot move because it rolled a 6, right?
It rolled a 6, so unless the proficiency modifier is 8 on its wisdom, then yeah, it's paralyzed.
It is not, so, yep.
Okay, I'll just stand there like...
Okay. All right. As it's just frozen there suddenly in midair, the kind of the boat lines it was leaving in the water just suddenly still, and it's just staring at you as it's paralyzed. Valsina is up.
All right, how far away is this thing from me?
I would say at this point, still 50 feet. I'd say 50 feet.
50 feet. Okay, I can make that. And since it's held, is it paralyzed? Do I get advantage on attacking it?
Yes, I believe so.
I do. Okay, cool. So I'm going to try to attack it with my claws.
If you get within 5 feet, it's critical.
Oh, it crits.
If you're within
Okay.
5 feet of it.
It's
Can I
currently
be?
out over the water.
Oh no, I'll do a leap at it. I'll jump at it. How high up is it?
Well, it's right above the water, so I'd say it's 10 feet above the water.
Okay, I can
but
make
it's
that.
you have to go out into the water to get to it.
Okay,
About
so
20 feet.
as a more bounder, I have standing leap. My long jump is up to 40 feet, and my high jump is up to 20 feet.
Okay.
Can I take that bad boy out?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Okay, what do you want me to roll for that?
Go and do an athletics check.
Okay. Are you proficient in athletics? No, I'm not proficient.
Well, you can just do it. It's a skill you have, right?
Yeah, it's a skill, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
But-
think you have to do a check for it.
Okay, so I roll at advantage to hit, and if I
Yep.
do, it's a crit.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, 16 plus 6, so
Wow. All right. Yeah, that hits.
okay.
Crit.
And the middle pounder does so it does 44 plus 4, so now it's doing 8d4 plus 4.
Wow.
Let me just 8. I rolled a lot of ones. So 17 plus 4, 21.
21.
Okay.
And then I'm assuming I'd land and splash in the water.
Wow. All right. Yeah. So you run out to the beach and you do this running leap towards this creature, and do you bite it? You claw it?
I claw it. So
You
ideally
claw
what
it.
I'd like to do is sink my claws into it and yank it down with me.
Okay. Yeah. So you sink your claws into it, and you do make contact with it as you pull it down into the water beneath you. Lashes, and you're holding it in the water currently. Both of you kind of just trying to stay afloat there. Anything else you want to do?
No, that's about all I can do.
Okay.
I think.
Holtby, you are up.
I guess want to get within 60 feet of where that happened,
Yep.
and just hold my action for when I see it again.
Okay.
I'm going to use just I'm just going to hold my action to cast a spell when
Okay.
I see it, if I see it come up out of the water.
Yep, yeah, because it's definitely obscured. Okay, so you're gonna hold your action. So that brings us to the creature. So this hold person, what does it have to do? Try to get out.
At the end of its turn, it can make a wisdom saving throw. So it loses its turn now, but now it can make a wisdom saving throw and try and beat a 14.
Got it.
But it's not going to. It's going to roll a 10.
Again?
Well, does it have a 4 or higher proficiency modifier on wisdom?
Negative.
Okay, then yeah, it's gonna fail its
help.
second saving throw.
Okay. Yep. All right.
Divination Wizard rules.
All right. So Zeph, you're up.
I don't really know if I have anything fancy to do. I kind of wish we would have had an opportunity to talk to this thing. I guess I
Yeah,
will.
that could have been smart.
That's what I was. Yeah, because the enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? So, I guess I will do my catchphrase. I will cast Eldritch Blast
Yeah, you will.
in the direction of our ghostly, whatever the hell this thing is.
Okay. And that's not a doesn't have a field of effect, right? It's strictly
No.
on. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a zappy zap.
Oh, with advantage if that's an attack roll.
It is an attack roll.
Yeah. It's paralyzed, so it's
Yeah.
advantage.
Advantage is nice. Okay, I'll take that. The exact same thing twice. That is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Fucking ain't right, it hits.
Mm-hmm. Roll. You guys are running awesome tonight. Jeez.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm
And
such a
what
noob.
berries
We're trying to
left?
figure out which one of these are 10s. I gotta roll 1d10 plus 3. 6 hit points.
Six damage. All right.
6 damage. How high in the air is this thing?
It's now in the water.
Oh, it's in the water.
It's like
Yeah.
at the surface of the water. I drug it down.
Yeah, Valsina pounced on it.
God, I missed that. Okay, fantastic. Senor Tickles is gonna make an appearance.
Yeah, he will.
So we will cast that. And
So
he
you're
will-
having
he has-
a hard time seeing where this creature is.
Okay.
I would say you have to do whatever you do here. You have to do a disadvantage. 'Cause you're
Okay.
not quite sure exactly where it is.
So when I
Straight
summon
roll
the
or-
tentacle,
What's that, Holby?
I was just saying, would that cancel out to a straight roll since it's stunned?
Yeah, with that.
Yeah, so good because it's not thrashing about. Sure. Yep. So just a straight roll then.
so I guess it would have to be the attack roll because there's no like roll to because I can place this thing within 60 feet wherever I want. So
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
all right, so but we'll to make it to go along with that difficult the sight, we'll call it a straight roll. Okay.
Mhm,
So yeah, Senor Tickles appears right at the surface of the water there with our friend and
Okay.
takes a swing. Beautiful. That is a dirty 23 to hit.
Wow.
So I imagine that hits, and that will be a D8 plus 3. Which one of these is 8? That's not 8.
Does that do the within 5 feet thing too with the auto crit, or is it?
Yeah, it does auto crit. Double your damage dice.
It auto crit.
Oh, the Eldritch Blast should have as well. Yeah.
Well, because he would have had to have been within 5 feet, right, for the melee. You said. But
Yeah, the tentacle's within 5 feet. Yeah, I put the tentacle right next to it.
Any attack that hits a creature is a crit if the attacker is within 5 feet. So Eldritch Blast, no. Senior Tickles, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So that's gonna be. Sorry, I'm still new about which die is which.
No worries.
I feel like I'm missing one, so I'll just roll this one twice. Oh no, this is it. Oh, here we go. 2d8.
2d8.
That is going to be. But I don't like add the plus twice, right? So like it's 1d8
No.
plus 3 normally. Okay, so
Yep.
that's gonna be
So 2d8 plus 3.
12 points of damage.
All right.
Senor Tickles.
Nice.
Attaboy.
Yeah,
And
these tentacles appear, just lash out at the creature in the water, splashing like a toddler in a pool.
that sounds about right. Okay, I think that. What should I don't know if I want to do anything by moving around. I don't know what the map looks like. I have no clue. I don't know if we have Fantasy Grounds open. I have no idea where I'm at in relation to
Is
anything. So.
is there a
But
map?
no, there's no map. There's an image up of what this creature looks like, but no map. Yeah.
So you want to move closer to it? We're just doing Theater of the Mind.
Yep.
I don't know if I want to get closer because my attacks are all pretty ranged. So I think I'm gonna keep a distance. I'll stay where I'm at.
Did we
That's my
skip
turn.
Rowan? Because I think Rowan went before me.
Rowan went first. You went, right, Rowan?
Yeah, I went first.
Yeah. It's Rowan, Tristana, Valsina, Wolfie.
Okay.
Creature, and Zeph. Okay. Anything else you want to do, Zeph?
I'm done. Thanks.
All right. At this point, the ship that departed first is looking like it's in shambles. You hear more screaming as the ship is being torn asunder. More Suma pirates leaping off and just getting obliterated by these creatures. Another portal opens to the right of you, same size, this time even more, rush out, dash across the landscape towards the vessel with the gnomish slaves. All right, Rowan, you are up.
And how close is this thing? It's still 50, right?
The creature in front of you, yeah, it's about 50 feet because that's where Valsina tackled it.
Okay. I'm going to hit it with my short bow again. Actually, I'm gonna take my.
You're gonna have a hard time seeing it. So it's at disadvantage, but it's also paralyzed. So we'll just say normal attack roll.
21 to hit.
Okay, that hits. Jeez.
7 damage.
7 damage. All right.
And I'm just going to. I'm gonna try to get closer, but before I do, I want to see if there's any like rocks out that I could hide behind.
Okay. No rocks. It's a beach like you would, like a non-New England beach. It's a sandy beach.
Okay.
So,
All right, I'm gonna stay put then.
Okay. All right. Triskana?
I'm gonna do something dumb. I'm gonna use my action to dash 60 feet towards the ship with the gnomes on it to just try and get as close to it as I can to start helping them. I'll maintain concentration on my hold person, but that'll be my action. So how close does 60 feet get me to that ship?
How close were you to the creature?
I was within 60 feet of it.
Mm-hmm. I'd say, and you dashed, which is 2 times your speed, right?
Yeah, so that'll give me a full 60 feet in the direction of the ship from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'd say you came down a little bit. So let's just say you're still about 140 feet away from the ship. Still pretty far.
Okay. Then I'll use...
How close am I to the ship?
What's that?
How close am I to the ship?
You are a little bit further away. So I'd say you're about 190 feet.
Alright, I'll also use my...
So-
Oh, go ahead.
Is the ship far away from the creature, like along the shore?
The way it is in my head is you guys came out of the trees. The ship, if you're looking out at the beach and at the water, the ship was like over to the side, about 200 feet or so. The creature that was coming at you was directly ahead of you, which was much closer, so the edge of the water. Yeah.
Okay. I'll use the rest of my movement to get 30 additional feet towards the ship, so like 100 feet left-ish.
Yeah.
Okay, and am I now in directly the path of any like Suma or anything else coming at me?
No, you're still far enough away that you're not in anyone's path.
Okay. That's what I'm going to try and do, is just try and get to them. So if everyone on the ship gets killed, then maybe I can help a couple gnomes get off safely. And I'm just going to maintain concentration on my hold person, but work on doing that. So.
Yeah, do these things seem like they're attacking the gnomes or just a sumo?
From your vantage point, it's hard to tell. They seem like they're just wrecking house on everyone.
Okay.
Indiscriminate murder.
Alright, so that's what my friends see me do, is just like book it towards the ship.
Yep. Okay. Alright, and then Valsina is up. So you're currently submerged underneath the ocean waves with this creature.
Okay. I'll kind of like let go of it, I guess. I'm assuming, how far out am I in the water?
I think you're like 20 feet out.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll surface with this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I'm just gonna kind of leave it.
It's paralyzed for now.
Yeah. And I'm gonna swim back to shore.
Okay.
So I'm 20 feet away, so I'm assuming my swim speed's half of my movement speed.
Yep.
So I use 40 feet getting out of the water. Then I run 30 feet towards the Suma vessel.
Okay.
And then I dash and run another 70 feet towards the Suma vessel.
Okay, so 100 feet total towards the Suma vessel, and I said you were 200, right? So you're about 100 feet. For ease of math here, we'll just say you're right by by Triskana.
Hey.
Yep.
I'm
right.
bound.
And that was your turn, right? As
Yep.
used everything for your move. Wolfie, you're up.
Oh, is that thing visible now? Now that I like let it float to the surface?
You did, yes. You can see it now, Holfi. So you also have your action from last turn because you held your action until you could see it.
2 in a row then. Cool. All
In a
right.
row.
Cool. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is, I guess I'll just use Vicious Mockery on it.
Mhm.
So it has to succeed on Wisdom 13.
Unfortunately, you do have disadvantage because your hands are still shaking from the.
It's only a verbal
on
component.
board.
There's no somatic or hands or anything.
Okay. All right.
So,
Oh, isn't it? It's a spell too. It's not an attack roll,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Yep.
you're good. Never mind.
all right, cool. You should
Oh, yeah.
try using your legs.
What is it? A wisdom saving throw?
Yep.
Ooh. All right. Yeah. It got so 21.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. Can't even hear me.
Yeah.
Didn't think it was funny.
Got water in its ears. Yeah.
I'm just floating. All right. Well then, in that case, I'm going to use my movement to run 30 feet, and then for my second thing, I'm going to dash an additional 60 feet to pass the Moorbounder and and Triscana
Okay.
by about a good 30 feet.
Oh
Okay,
man,
so you're about,
fast.
so you're like 70 feet away from the vessel then, right? That's where you're headed. Yep. Okay. Anything else you want to do?
No, because that takes my action for the second turn.
Your party is very fast. All right.
No, that's 2 turns.
The gnomes haven't tried it yet, so.
So now it is the creature's turn. Some of these other ones that look just like it just flew out of this gate, flying in front of you. Some of them make their way towards the ship to your left, more out towards the ship to the ocean, further out that departed first. But a few of them also circle back towards you guys, but they don't make their way directly towards you. They come swoop in, and a few of them lift up the crew of the Selena, several crew of the Selena, into the air and just chuck them into the woods as they go flying.
Oh Jesus.
So let's see here. May the dice decide their fates.
Fuck 'em.
Go
3 go flying into the woods, bodies crashing into the trees.
Let the fuckers burn.
And then this other creature is up, so at the end of its turn, wisdom saving throw to get out of being held.
Yeah, they need to beat a 14.
Yeah, still held.
Oh shit.
Still held.
As long as I maintain concentration, so far so good. If I get tossed in the woods, I will probably drop concentration. Not to give you ideas.
The crew of the Selena is panicking. They're scuttled about. We don't have our weapons anymore. What do we do, Captain? Some of them are just trying to run towards the ship
Logical.
as well. Yep. All right, Zeph, you're up, friend.
I guess I'm just gonna take another Eldritch Blast swing at our one guy that's still paralyzed, right?
With advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll cast Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, you will.
Good thing we have advantage. Good thing it didn't matter. 9 to hit.
Misses.
And have they moved at all, or are they still where they were before?
They're still where they. Valsina's moved, but this creature.
Creature's still
Skeleton
held paralyzed.
character is out there, yeah.
Senor Tickles is gonna take a swingy swing.
Okay.
That's advantage too, because it's visible now.
Oh, fantastic!
Oh, and if it hits, it crits.
It hits a crits. Meh.
What was it?
It was. Well, I rolled my second one advantage. The first one was meh. The second one, I have 19 to hit. Wait,
19.
stand by. That is incorrect. Fucker. No, that is correct. That is 19 to hit.
19. Yeah, that definitely hits.
And it crits.
Your Eldritch Blast misses, but the trusty old Senor Tickles lashes out.
D8. That's too many on that one. Fuck. I feel like such a noob. I'll one day recognize these on sight, right?
What's that?
I'll one day recognize these die on sight, right?
Not if you play on Fantasy Grounds for 5 years.
That's why I'm not doing it.
I only still mix up the 8s and the 10s.
Yeah,
I guess occasionally.
That's where I'm at right now. I think I've got a 10 in one here.
And sometimes my 10s and my percentiles.
I think I might just roll this with fantasy here because now I feel like I'm missing one. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Trying not to kill the action here. Ash, can you come look? I feel like an idiot. Am I missing one?
What are you looking for? D8?
It's
Yeah,
possible
it's-
you dropped one.
I might have. So this has got a 9 on, so that's definitely not it. And then so that's got a 9 on too. Where the hell am I doing?
What do you want? D8 or D10?
2 d8s. Are these it?
D&D Beyond, everybody.
Nope.
Yeah, these
Go
are
on there. And, yeah.
these are both 8s.
The
Okay.
diamond.
Okay. Sorry.
Nice.
You're good.
So double them. That is 13 damage from Senor Tickles.
Wow. All right. Man, you guys are rolling hot. This is crazy.
Double crit.
I'm gonna keep these nearby.
Was that doubled already because of the crit?
That was 2 roll. That was 2d8 plus
That was
3.
2d8. Cool. All right. Yeah. So that. Yeah. And you just-
So I guess I use my action. Where did everyone move? I wish I could visually see what's going on.
Yeah, we're running towards the ship.
All right, I'll take off in that direction.
Yep. Okay.
I'll use
so-
all. Well, I guess my walking speed is 25, so
That's
But,
dumb, short legs.
yeah. Running as fast as my little legs will carry me.
Like
Okay.
a corgi chasing a tennis ball.
That's offensive.
Picking up sand.
That's offensive.
All right, Rowan, you are back up.
Okay.
Top of the
I'm
round.
gonna take my dash action and run 25 feet up as well.
Okay.
Be 50 for a dash.
Is it 50? Cool.
You double your speed.
And you can
Alright.
still your movement on top of that.
Okay.
Really, you could run 100 feet in one round if you wanted to, right? Because you could use your dash and then bonus action to dash.
Oh, she can, yeah. She can.
Um,
No,
I'm
it'd be
gonna-
125, because it'd be dash, bonus action, dash, and then her movement. She's actually fast
Wait,
as
what?
Yeah.
How
Because
are
she's
you doing that math?
And you're a gnome. Wow.
so she can dash as an action, which is 50 feet for her. She can, as a rogue,
Why is it 50 feet for you?
because she's 25 feet as her base. So double as a dash. And then a bonus action dash, because she's a rogue, is another 50 feet, and then her movement is 25. So yeah, she could conceivably go 125 feet. Wow.
I'm not gonna do that though. I'm gonna so could I get 45 feet so I'm 5 feet away from this golden fairy thing?
You have to swim out into the water about 15
That's what I was
feet.
gonna. Okay,
Which
I
would
don't
take
want to swim
30
out to the
feet of
water.
movement. What's that?
I don't want to swim out to the water. So if I just get
Okay.
to the edge of like where the waves are
Mhm.
hitting my feet,
Yep.
how close is that?
20 feet.
That's 20 feet.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna take out my 2 daggers, and I'm gonna throw both of them at the creature.
Okay.
First is 19.
That hits.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah.
Okay. So first one's 7
Okay.
damage.
Creature's kind of sexy. Is it just me?
Yeah, I don't care about the gender at all. I'm just attracted to it.
It is attractive.
I'm gonna use my luck roll. Roll
Okay.
again. And I rolled exactly the same thing. That's nice.
Wow.
Is it still advantage?
What's that? Yeah.
I didn't do advantage on the first one. I'm gonna do that. Gosh!
No. No.
It's a 12.
That does not hit.
Yeah, that one.
Stab. Flash.
And I can't do sneak attack, right?
It's incapacitated, so you would have advantage, so yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Alright, sneak attack. 86. So 3 additional damage.
Okay. So 7 plus 3 in total.
And there's no other creatures within 20 foot range, right?
Not currently.
Senior Tickles is.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to harm senior tickles. Alright, that's it for me.
All right, Triskana.
Alright, Triskana will dash and use her movement to get another 90 feet closer to the ship. So I guess she's just like standing in the water.
Basically, at the foot of the ship.
Yeah, that's gonna get me like pretty much in the fray, right? Like what is going on in that immediate area?
Yeah. So these creatures that just shot out of this gate, you're well ahead of them, but they are making their way quickly towards the ship. You see Suma aboard the ship. Looks like they've gotten everything they need. There are a couple Sumer that are coming from the woods that are running towards the ship. As some of the Sumer are starting to pull up the bridge, kind of makeshift bridges that they put down that lead down to the beach and up to the ship.
Okay. Do I see the gnomes, or
You do not.
I'm assuming they're already like stowed on board. I will cast Misty Step to get myself onto their ship.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you.
I'm sure this will
You
go.
land.
This will go good. Yeah.
Yeah. You suddenly appear on their ship. A couple Sumer right next to you who are pulling up, look at you, and just look surprised.
Yeah. I just I pick a direction and I start like walking in it as though I just belong there. I just like start heading off towards the the aft bow.
Okay. All right. You hear a couple voices yell out, "Who is that? Grab her! Stop her!"
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm out of juice, so they're gonna do what they're gonna do.
Okay. Cool. All right. Anything else you want to do?
Nothing else I can do, so
Can do,
we'll see.
yeah.
I'm
Okay.
gonna. what is it you say, Nick? Like I'm gonna build this plane as I fly it.
Yeah.
All right. Valsina.
All right, following suit, I'm gonna full speed run, dash, and launch myself onto that ship.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you run forward and you leap into the ship. Is how high can you leap
20 feet.
into the air?
Yeah, 20 feet up or 40 feet straight.
Can you do both?
You do the math and do like.
I would assume so.
You will not be able to
30
jump
feet.
up to the ship because it's about 100 feet tall, right? Just kind of like.
Big ass ship.
No,
Wait,
that's
what?
how long. No,
100 feet.
that's not right. That's not right. The ship was.
Like, okay.
All right.
It's
I'm
an
not a ship
aircraft
expert
carrier.
here.
Yeah, wait,
Sorry,
it
I'm not
can't
a
be any
ship
higher
expert.
than 30 feet because that's
Yeah.
like how
Yeah.
far Misty Step is.
Yeah.
That son of a bitch is beached.
Yeah, I was thinking of how long the ship was. Yeah, I would say you said you can jump 20 feet up.
I can do both. I can do it
You
at
do.
the same time. My
Yeah.
standing leap is 40 feet high, it's 40 feet long and 20 feet high.
Okay. Yeah, I would say you can make it. You make it to the edge of the ship where they're pulling up the boards. Kind of land on one of the rails up there, face to
Okay,
face
cool.
with a couple of Zuma.
Yeah, because with that logic, I can move 210 feet if I dash and run, so I just want to yeet myself up there.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, you got up there. You're good.
Freaking Ever Given stuck in the Suez Canal.
Yeah. Anything else you want to do?
No, other than look around, what did I just
Okay.
kind of like appear
Yeah,
here?
You just stepped into a very frantic vessel of Suma who are trying to escape this island. For
Today I
whatever
will
reason.
cause chaos on purpose.
Yep. All right. And you have a couple Suma that are directly in front of you. Just one is looking towards Triskana, who's just casually just strolling. Another one just turns and is now looking directly at you in your kind of animal form. All right, Holfi, you're up.
Okay. If I dash, am I able to get onto the ship?
Yeah. What? How close are you? You're 100 feet away still.
You said 70.
Okay.
My normal speed is 30, so double that would be 60.
60. So you two would get right to the foot of the vessel. I wouldn't quite get you atop there.
I'll take the stairs.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to, jump. I see hopefully try the same things in the Moorbounder. Yeah, no, I'm gonna just, I'll just dash and just get right up as close as I can to the little ramp that they're, that's there, and
Yep.
hopefully we don't offload it.
Okay. Yep.
I can
All
do
right. And then the other creature is up. Can't do anything. It is still held. What's the range on that spell?
Oh,
Is
good.
there a range on it?
Yeah, good question. I bet I might have dropped it because of that. The range on hold person is 60 feet.
Okay. Unfortunately, yeah. So the spell ends, and this creature looks around,
Piss.
Yeah.
pissed, locks eyes with you, Rowan, because you are the one closest,
All right.
and moves
Everyone else
forward
abandoned me.
moves forward about 15 feet, and is going to attack you. So it's going to take one swing at you with its claws. 21.
That hits.
Hits. All right. All right. So 6 slashing damage as it swipes out at you with one set of claws. And then it's going to take another swing with its multi-attack. Okay, and 10.
As far as the
Attack.
attack
Yeah, the
misses.
attack misses. All right. Yeah, so that one misses entirely. Okay. And then as its bonus action, it completely disappears. It's now seemingly invisible.
Great.
Yep. All right. And
It's a
then
predator.
Zeph is up.
Did it move?
Hmm?
Did it move before it went invisible?
It did. Yeah, so it would have been an attack of well, can you attack of opportunity with it? Yeah.
I
If it-
don't know. The tentacle's not going to get an attack of opportunity.
But it did, yeah, it did move though.
Okay. Am I able to see where it
Where you made your way towards the ship, right?
I did.
I mean, you can look back if you want, but you were running towards the ship. So if you want to look back to see where they are, you can see. Yeah.
If it moved from me, I could take out attack of opportunity too.
But not if it's invisible.
But if I moved first off.
Did it move more than 30 feet from its previous location?
No.
Is Senior Tickles autonomous? Like, can Senior Tickles take a reaction, or do you have to be seeing?
No, I would have to take the reaction.
Okay.
But Senior Tickles has the opportunity to move 30 feet, so I'll use my bonus action to move Senior Tickles to where our friend has moved.
Okay.
Wherever that may be. No longer an advantage, but
All right.
Senior Tickles will take a swing.
Okay.
That is a 15 to hit.
All right. That hits.
1d8 plus 3. I know where it is now. That is a shitty 4 of cold damage.
How much?
Or
4 cold damage. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's looking. Rowan, from your perspective, this creature's looking pretty tired at this
Well, from
point.
my perspective, it's invisible.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you can't see. That's right.
it's invisibly tired.
Yeah. It is
Insensitive.
invisibly tired.
Well, you can enjoy that free information. So for my actual action, how far am I from the ship? Because I took off running. I guess I had my 20 feet was my walk speed.
Yeah, you took
So-
off. So you just made a movement your last turn, right? You just moved.
Took a swing.
30.
I don't know. I did
Yeah.
a dash.
So I think you're like 170 feet away. You're still kind of far away from the ship.
Fuck. I will use my action to take a dash. So I guess that'll get me 50 feet closer.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So.
So now I'm
Yeah.
what?
So you're like
75
120.
feet away?
100, yeah. What
I
did I
was
just say?
120. You said
You were
120.
120, so 70 feet away. Okay. I meant. Okay.
All right, so I'm now 70 feet away, and
Yep.
man, gnomes are fucking slow. That's my turn. Thanks.
Not Rowan. Rowan's like a.
Well, yeah, Rowan does these things like she turns to smoke and appears like 50
Yeah.
feet in front of where she was previously.
Rowan's a goddamn ghost.
Yeah, collegiate track and field athlete over here. All right. So
She's
now.
the greyhound of gnomes.
Now the Suma are up, and I'm just going to kind of roleplay this. At this point, the bridges that are connecting the ship to the beach have all been pulled up. 2 Suma come running out of the forest, yelling, "Wait! Wait for us! Wait! No!" As one of the fey creatures comes swinging down and just right through them and just cuts their bodies in half.
Fucking awesome.
Oh no.
In through, and the bodies take a sec, and the top halves of each body just collapse to the.
Wait, no, the bottom half stays stationary and the top half slides off.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
Momentary
very nice.
stationary, the legs are
Yeah.
just kind of standing there, and eventually they too just kind of like just fall
Sure,
forward.
sure.
Aboard the vessel, a couple of the Suma try to grab you, Triskana, as you make your way in.
Expect.
Come up. So, they're gonna try to grapple you. Do contest it here if you want to do a strength check.
No, I'll
Yes,
let
sure.
them grab me.
You're gonna let them grapple you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna act like surprised, like, huh? What?
Okay. All right. And then Balsina, the one is going to look at you and
Yeah.
goes and gasps, and just takes his hands and tries to push you off over the edge of the boat.
Yeah, alright.
How big are you?
I'm a large creature.
You're large. So, all right, he's going to
Right.
do a strength check. And you can try to contest it. And I'm going to tell
Okay.
you now, he failed, so don't even worry about it.
Okay, cool.
So he tries to push you off, and he just kind of like, it's like trying to like push a bear off a edge
I
of a
just
vessel.
dig my claws into the deck.
Yeah, yeah.
No help.
No,
Snarl a little.
Yeah. You gotta like,
don't touch me.
tries to push you, but like just gives you like a little bit of massage. A little weird. All right, so that is that turn. So it's back up to Rowan.
I'm torn if I should run for the ship or if I should finish this thing off. I'm guessing
There's more where it came from.
I know. I can't see it anymore, so I think I'm going to dash. And how far is Zeph from me? From where Rowan is?
Zeph is
Oh, it's
130 feet or so. Yeah, because you're at 70 and you were at 200, so something like
Yeah, I'm
maybe about
70 from
100
here.
feet away, I guess.
Alright, I'm going to dash, then bonus dash. And so that I think that gets me to 75 feet.
In total.
What's your movement?
25.
So you're gonna dash and bonus action dash?
Yes.
Yeah, that's 125 feet.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, a dash for you is 50 feet, and if you do it twice, that's 100, plus your movement is 25.
Okay, I'm gonna run up really, really fast next to Zeph and be like, hey. And then I'm gonna use my teleportation ring and try to get us closer to the boat.
Okay, all right. So you already used your bonus action, so you can do that on your next turn.
Okay.
Yeah, because you used all your actions this turn. But yeah, you can definitely prep for that. All right, Triskana is up.
All right, I am going to cast Charm Person at 2nd level to try and charm both of these Suma that just grabbed me.
Okay.
So they both need to make a Wisdom saving throw of 14, and we'll see what happens. Good thing I burned all my portent rolls for the day.
1 sec. There we go. Give me 1 sec. All right. Oh, nat 1. So yeah, they are totally charmed by you.
Okay, so I'll just, like, as they grab me, like, I'm just trying to look surprised. I'm like, hey, remember Chief told me that we need to stop for a second. We have more people that need to board, remember?
I don't remember you at all. But
Oh,
you're
yeah.
rather lovely.
Chief just picked me up. But yeah, we need to stop, okay? We need to make sure that everybody else gets on. Oh, and we need to help the gnomes, too. Where did we put them?
Why would we help them?
We need to help torture them. Yeah.
Very well. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the gnomes, they're right this way.
Thank you.
And he, both of them kind of lead you
Okay.
down there.
Actually, I just need you to take me. You make sure the ship doesn't leave yet, okay?
I'll do what I can, but I don't control the captain's orders.
Of course. You're so
right.
sweet. I'll see you soon.
I'll do my best. Bye.
Bye.
So the one leads you forward, and because he's like walking with you and not escorting you or anything, the rest of the crew kind of looks like a little puzzled, but just kind of disregards it. So
Act as if.
okay. He takes you down below deck, a couple decks down, and we'll say that's the turn.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay. Cool.
All right, Valstina, you're up.
What's everyone doing on the top deck?
On the top deck, so they're starting to pull up like anchors, putting up the mast.
Okay, I want to
pulling up the
disrupt that.
bridge. Okay.
I want to get people away from removing the anchors.
Okay. How do you want to do that?
I mean, like, if I run up to one of them and try to push him away, what's he gonna do? Like, is he gonna try to attack me? Will he try to stay on it? Do I just gotta swat at him? Like,
You would have to find out.
yeah, okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to run up to one of the guys, pulling up an anchor, and I'm just running at him. Like,
Yeah.
what's he gonna do?
Step 1,
As
fuck
he
around.
respond.
Step 2,
A giant bug-eyed panther with tusks comes
Yeah.
running at you.
Yep. All right, yeah. So you run up to him, and so you just take a swipe at him. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Well, I'm gonna see if he's gonna run away first. Like,
Oh, you're just okay. You're just running up to him.
I'm
first,
running
you're
at
saying?
him. Is he gonna?
Yeah. So
Is he gonna try to fight me, or is he like, oh, I'm running?
he turns towards you and backs up about 10 feet.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Overboard.
Okay. So you just
Alright.
kind of ran at him and then stopped. You're like a big dog running at.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'll kind of. Is there a way I can kind of like break the mechanism so it's really hard to pull it back up, the anchor?
Yeah, definitely make a strength check. I'll just say you're attacking that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I'll take a smash at it. Okay, that is 9 plus 4, 13.
Yeah, that hits. So the mechanism made of wood and steel kind of splinters and breaks from the floor of the deck of this vessel.
Oh, is there any other anchors?
Yeah, there's 3 other anchors aboard this ship.
Okay. Since I can't really do any, I still have a bunch of movement, so I'll
Mhm.
run at another guy trying to lift up an anchor.
Okay. Yeah, so you run past the first guy that you're scared. He kind of turns as you run past him, and you run towards another one. He goes, "Terrible! Watch! Look out!" As you run towards him. Okay. Is there anything else you want to do?
No, would you consider that my entire turn?
Well, you made an attack roll, and your movement. I would say your movement can take you towards the anchor, like you're right
Yeah.
next to it now. But yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right. Holfie.
Am I like on the beach, or am I on the gangplank while they're pulling it up?
I think you were right. I think you were right at the foot of the ship. Right. You made it just barely. Like you were within 10 feet.
And of course, as soon as is the gangplank there, or is it like down?
The gangplank is being pulled up currently. It was up off of the ground like a turn ago, like a round ago.
Right.
So it's not connected to the ground right now. They're pulling it up.
If I like, jump up, can I grab it and pull it down?
You can
And
try.
then like,
Yeah.
yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'd say it's about 10 feet up, so you got to pull a Scottie Pippen here.
All right.
Athletics check.
uh, all right. Yeah. Do it. Okay. What is it again? Athletics or acrobatics? It's a dirty 20.
I would say athletics. A dirty 20. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, that worked.
Correction.
So you
I'm sorry. Athletics is an 18. Sorry.
I'd say that's still good. Yeah,
Okay.
18 is good. White men can jump. So you, as you're holding on to this, as they're pulling it up, the Suma pirates up above are like, why is it so heavy? As they're pulling it up, they look down, the eyes go wide as they look. Yeah, they just see 2 hands holding on to it with like a set of eyes carried above it, as it pulls you up towards the boat. And I would say, based on movement and everything, they pull you all the way up to the boat, and then one's going to take like a swipe at your hands to try to knock you off the edge of it because he doesn't want to pull you aboard. Okay.
All right. Can I? All right. If that's the case, before he does that, can I try and use? I want to use Words of Terror.
Okay.
Oh, wait, never mind. That takes a whole minute of talking. All right. Fine.
Okay. No worries.
So in that case, I'll use Dissonant Whispers on him at 2nd level.
Dissonant Whispers.
Yeah, so he has to make a 13 saving through.
Okay. 13. What type of saving
Wisdom.
throws?
Wisdom.
He succeeded, unfortunately.
Okay, so he still takes damage.
Okay.
Let me see. Half as much damage, but it's going to be 4d6.
Okay.
Okay. What does that come up as?
19.
19, so half of that. And so the 9 points. And yeah, he doesn't have to move away. Damn it. Okay.
Okay. So these whispers, right? It's a mental thing, right?
Yeah.
He grabs his head, starts bleeding out of the ears a little bit. He doesn't like it. It looks like you really, really fucked him up. In the head. So.
Or using my movement.
Yep. Yeah. So you pull yourself aboard. Anything else you want to do?
Bonus action, I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to I'll give it to Triskana.
Thank you.
So,
Actually, wait a minute. Oh yeah, I have to do. Okay, yeah.
Do you need to be able to see me?
No, I think I can. Right. Wait. Within 60 feet, anyone who can hear me,
I'm below deck.
I can yell.
Okay.
Within 60 feet.
It's up to
You
Mike.
can yell. You can yell. You can try.
We sure are hospitable here.
You hear the rumble of Holfi's voice through the floors of the ship, and I would say you hear him.
I feel inspired.
If the old man made it aboard the ship, then
I love you, old man.
Love you too.
All right. And then it is the creature's turn, who is now rather far away from everyone else. So I'm just going to roleplay the entire set. More of these fey creatures swoop down, pluck off a few more of the Selena crew. Okay, as two of the Selena crew, who are running towards the forest, get tossed up in the air and thrown out into the ocean. And then the ones that came out from the second gate are now approaching the vessel, approaching the ship that you guys are all aboard. And a few of them screech through and put holes right through the mast, through the sails, and start tearing at it. A couple more make their way directly through the hull of the ship. Up ahead of you, Triskana, you see two of these creatures just blast through like cannonballs through the ship so fast you can barely understand. You can barely even make out their shape or form. Okay, all right, that is that. Aboard the ship, a couple of the Suma pirates also get picked up by some of the fey creatures, and okay, only one gets killed, tossed out to the beach. Body lands limp on the sand, blood red trickling down, being washed away by the ocean waves. All right, Zeph, you're up.
So I am still next to Rowan, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're about 70 feet out
Yes.
from the ship still?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yep.
From my perception of this, it doesn't seem like getting on the ship is a good idea if it's getting thrashed and... Shit. But I also don't want to stay separate from everybody else either.
There's no good ideas, so just, whatever.
Yeah, there's no good ideas.
We haven't had any.
Yeah, I'm gonna, to Rowan. What should we do? Should we stay here or should we go to the ship?
Ship looks pretty bad. I'm
It does
wondering
look
if
pretty bad.
maybe we should just get next to the ship, but not on it, like hide somewhere.
Okay. All right, all right. So that's probably about all the conversation we have time for. So I will. So what about our friend that was now, I guess, behind us, that was originally stunned or paralyzed, was no longer?
The Fae made its way towards the vessel. Used this entire action to run, basically to fly, double its flight speed. It's about 10 feet behind you.
10 feet behind me. That's terrifying. So she'll probably take a swing at that, I'm gonna guess. How's it looking? Is it still invisible?
It is still in. It's not invisible. It's not invisible.
How's it looking to me?
It looks pretty hurt, pretty bloodied. Like you're feeling good that you could take it.
And how many of them are there?
Around you, there's 25 or 30 circling over
what
the ocean, the ships, and
Kill him. This is not going to really do much, but yeah, I may as well do it. It's the most immediate threat, so I will make an attack roll. I will do Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
No longer with advantage, but still with a nice. What the flip? 9 to miss.
Okay, 9 to miss. Yep.
And I suspect Senor Tickles is quite the distance now. I can only move Senor Tickles within 30 feet, so Senor Tickles is no longer available to take a wiggity whack. So let's see here. Let me see if there's really anything else I can do. Uh, this is probably stupid. Why not? I'm going to cast Disguise Self, and I'm gonna try to make myself look like one of these things.
Yes!
Fake creatures.
One of these fake creatures? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It has
So-
generally the same proportions and everything. It is much smaller. Well, you're a gnome, so it's not that much smaller than you actually. So yeah,
Yeah.
it works. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna hang out here with Rowan and hope that
It'll
she's
be
gonna
good.
do something cool on her turn.
Cool. All right. So then the Suma are up. So aboard the vessel, Valsina, what you see. Did you ever meet the prisoner, the Suma prisoner aboard the vessel?
I don't think I ever did.
Okay. Holfi, I believe, did.
It was Holfi and me. I don't think anyone else did.
Okay. So Holfi, I know he's not here, but he sees. One sec. Holfi, you see Vorak come out of what looks like captain's quarters, the vessel, and is looking around, panicked, and suddenly one of these creatures makes a straight line for him, and he looks up, and he reaches into his shirt and holds on to something, and tries to run down below decks. And that's all he's going to do. Rowan, you're up.
Alright, and how close is this creature?
10 feet behind you.
10 feet. Okay. I'm going to throw another dagger.
Okay.
11.
Okay, that misses.
And
Exactly.
another one. Ooh, I hate this thing. It keeps stopping my roll. Alright.
12 or is it a knock us off one?
I was kind of here. I'm just gonna do another look. Oh, yeah. Come on, I think it worth it.
What'd you roll? Something bad.
Okay.
Let's cost that. This is a
Okay.
20.
Alright, so one hits. 20. Wait.
17 plus 3, so
23.
20. Yeah, that hits. Yep.
8 damage,
Okay.
and then sneak attack. Plus 7 damage.
Oh wow. All right. So as you spin on your toes, you throw a dagger at this creature that's flying towards you, and you nail it right in the head. Nice. All right. Anything else you want to do?
I just want to look around. Do I notice any other creatures coming around us or within 20-foot range?
No, they all seem to be focused on the vessels
Okay.
now,
That's good.
along with some of the crew, Selena crew back towards the forest.
Alright, I'm just gonna stick with Zeph wherever he goes.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're just kind of standing here at this point, I think.
Sticking out
Yeah.
together as the action happens aboard the vessel. Triskana, you're up.
So I'm making my way below deck with my new Suma friend.
Yep.
He's taking
He
me to
ta-
the gnomes. Yep.
Yep. He takes you down to what looks like the brig, where these gnomes have been shackled against the wall.
Okay. I turn to my friend. I'm like, I'm Triskana, by the way. What was your name?
Up.
Puck?
Up.
Puck. It's really nice to meet you. Chief wanted me to move these guys in case the ship sinks. We need to make sure that they stay safe and we keep them in our possession. So do you have the key? I'll move them while you go help everybody above deck.
I believe the key. Yes, it's right over here.
Thanks.
And he walks over to the edge, and there's like a cabinet door. He opens it up, and he pulls a key out of there,
Okay.
and he starts unlocking
Thanks.
all the gnomes.
All right. Give me the key. I'll do their shackles. I'll make sure we don't lose them. But the ship might sink, so why don't you go ahead and get yourself to safety, okay? I'll see you above deck, okay, Puck?
All right. Sounds
Okay.
good, Triskana. It's
Okay.
good to meet you.
It's really good to
Glad
meet you,
help.
too.
Glad to help.
Yeah, stay safe, okay? See you soon. And then in my 6 seconds, I'll run into the brig.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So you're in there, and you're greeted by about 15
15.
gnomes, kind of shackled up, kind of dirty faced, against the wall. Room is just kind of filled with some crates. Hole in the side of the hull where some of the fake creatures blasted through.
How big is the hole?
All right. It's about 3 feet across.
Okay.
All right. Holfi. Right? No, Valsina. Sorry, Valsina's up.
Hey, so I saw this dude run up and then run back down, right?
Which dude? Sorry.
The prisoner we had on the Selena, right?
Oh,
Did he
yeah.
come-
Well, he came out of what looks like his quarters, yeah, and you saw him. He grabbed onto something and he ran down below decks.
Interesting. Okay, I'm confident enough that I've delayed the unanchoring of this ship, so I'm gonna run down.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you run after him. What do you do?
Like, so he's running to where?
So he's made his way down one deck.
Okay.
And it looks like he's making his way towards kind of the back of the ship.
Okay, I'll just
Down
kind
the
of
hallway.
I'll race past him and see where he's going.
Okay. You run right past him. And what you see is kind of a storage area. Closet. It seems like that might be the area he's going to. There's some crates in there.
Nothing remarkable about them.
They're all closed crates. Nothing in particular that's too remarkable about them. You could do like a deeper investigation if you wanted.
Yeah,
Quickly.
I'll start trying to like tip them over and knock the tops off of them.
Okay. Yeah, so some of the ones that are on top, you knock them over, and out falls basically a number of what looks like amulets.
Oh.
Rather large amulets attached to necklaces, basically.
Yes.
Okay, this is gonna sound crazy, but wild shape is such bullshit. I want to eat as many of them as I can. Because when I unwild shape, they just pop out next to me. And
Okay.
I don't have hands.
Sure. So you
I love it so
incredible.
much.
all these
Fucking
amulets.
brilliant.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I'll hold it, or would you say I've used my action?
I would say so. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll just sit there, and I'll just, like, look at the guy that's gonna run up in here next.
Wag your tail.
All right.
My little nub tail. Yeah.
All right. Hofi, you are up.
Do I see? What do I notice about these portals? Anything?
So you turn back around. You kind of look towards the beach and these portals. They're definitely. I mean, what you see about them is they're big. None of these fake creatures are currently coming through them, but they're still there and they are open. They're emanating, like I said, a bright green, bluish light. You can't see anything exactly on the other side of them, just shimmering, kind of mirror-ish.
Okay. Also, the Suma that are right around me, are they still angry?
So the one Suma just has his head still clutched. The other Suma seem somewhat preoccupied by everything that's going on. One's run over to the anchor that was broken and is trying to kind of like fix it into place. You haven't really been noticed yet.
I want to run after the captain, the Suma captain, the one who was the prisoner. What's his name again?
You saw him go below. Vorak.
Borak?
Yep.
Right. I want to go chase after him.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Yeah. So you run across the ship and you make your way towards the ladder that takes you below deck. And I would say you get down into the hallway and up ahead, you see a room that has Valsina in there. So you see this large creature just kind of slobbering on the ground, and you see the captain making his way towards the room cautiously.
Just want to call out to him.
Stay strong.
He stops in his tracks and turns and looks at you and squints. You.
They need not be foes. If you want to survive this, you need to start thinking bigger than your clan versus everyone else. And the way to survive this is with everyone else.
I'm sorry, friend. The only way I've ever survived anything is with the sword. And he draws his sword. And he starts to charge towards you.
So be it.
Draw mine.
Am I close enough to get an opportunity attack?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
He's pretty close to you.
Please, yes.
So we'll wipe him in the back.
This encounter is dope.
That is a
Love it.
24 to hit.
Okay, that definitely hits. Yeah. That's not a nat 20 either? Damn.
No. I
Okay.
rolled an 18.
Yeah.
So 14 slashing damage.
Okay. 14 slashing damage.
Bonk.
Alright, yeah. So
I just see her swipe at his back, and I just see.
That's what I mean. You get by better with friends.
Just gonna go at him with my rapier.
okay. Alright. Alright.
All right. At this point, are my hands still shaking?
So I would say, here's the thing, because it's not technically his turn. He hasn't been able to move towards you.
Okay.
You could take a range attack at him if you wanted.
Okay. A ranged attack?
If you wanted, yeah. He's, I'd say, 20 feet away from you.
Okay. No, you know what? I'll do. Tell you what. I'll just do. I'm gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Okay. What's that? Make him.
Another Wisdom saving throw.
What did he need?
13.
He failed.
All right. Just
Oh, wait. Yeah, definitely failed.
okay, cool. So yeah, with that, he falls prone. Yeah, just something about
Bit of laughter.
just something about me saying, being friends with this moorbounder that's
Yep.
just ate a bunch of things. And,
Yep.
yeah, he just finds it funny and laughs. So
Did you just see that? That thing
falls
you stayed on?
prone, comes incapacitated, unable to stand up for the duration. Let's see. End of each turn, each time it takes damage, target can make another Wisdom saving throw, but otherwise, target is prone.
Okay. Alright.
Alright.
With that, it is the Fey creature's turn. You hear more yelling and screaming above deck. So, Valsina, Triskana, Holfi, you are all below deck currently. Rowan, you're on the beach with Zeph. So all of you hear screaming from above you, basically, as more of these creatures take these Suma pirate and cast them aside and make short order of them. With this, one of the another hole is blown in the side of the hull as one of the fake creatures piles in and is going to try to take a swipe at the Suma pirate at Borak, and you hear it go, "Where is it?" And hits. Take a swipe.
Where's what? The shit that just Valsina just ate?
There we go. Okay.
You can throw it
It tears at the shirt of Borak. The shirt tears open, and the claw grabs on to what looks like an amulet inside. That's around neck, and pulls it off. And with that, it just lets out a hideous scream and flies back out the hole from which it came, holding the amulet. You hear the voices of, the sound of all the other fey creatures suddenly disappear off in the distance. And from your vantage point, you're all below deck, so Zeph and Rowan, you see these fey suddenly just go back through the gates from where they came, and the gates close. And they close up, And it is Zeph's turn.
So they're all gone, including the one that was behind us?
They're all gone. Yep.
I just look at Rowan. What the fuck? Are we still in initiative? Like, is
I think we got some pirates to kill. Or Soma.
You are still technically in initiative because there's some shit going on and shit.
ship? Okay. Are there any Suma at ground level?
There's Suma parts.
I still look like one of these fake creatures too with my disguised self.
Yeah. There are no live Suma down here on the beach.
Okay. Shit, damn. What should we do, Rowan?
Any change purses?
What's that?
The bodies on the
Change
run.
purses? Yeah, I think about checking out the bodies. Yeah, how far away the
Our friends.
yeah, how far away are the Suma that went through the salad shooter? Where are they at?
In the salvage. From you, they're like 30 feet away.
30 feet away?
Their parts are just laying there.
I'm like 25 walk speeds. Fucking bullshit. Lame ass gnome walk speed. Yeah, I'm not gonna blow a dash to get over there.
Well, I can do it if you want.
Yeah, you can check out the bodies. I'll head towards the ship. All right, so I will use a dash and head towards the ship. That'll get me 50 feet closer. So I should be within 20 at this point.
Okay.
I still look like one of these things. I guess I could drop that.
Your movement will get you all the way there.
It will. Why is that?
Dash is an action, but then you get movement with your action.
Oh, so the dash will give me my movement times 2.
Right,
Then
and
I
then
still get my movement.
right.
Got
So
it.
really, 3
Okay.
times your movement? Is that
Essentially,
what you
yeah. It
were
sounds
at?
like it. Yeah, that's what.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that wasn't my understanding either. But okay, as long as DM's okay with that.
Is that? Yeah, that's how it works. Okay.
I might
don't
be
know.
wrong. If you guys all
I
think
was
something
thinking
different,
it's-
maybe I'm wrong.
When you take, let's just see. All right. Where is it?
When you dash, you gain extra move for the current turn. The increase equals your speed after applying any modifiers. With a speed of 30 feet, for example, you move to 60 feet on your turn if you dash. So no.
It says you get an extra movement.
You gain extra movement from your current turn. The
You gain
increase
extra
equals your
movement.
speed
Okay.
after applying any modifiers. With a speed of 30, for example, you can move up to 60 feet on your turn in total if you dash.
My bad.
It's all good. Water under the
So-
bridge.
So I'll get within 20 feet of the. I'll use my dash to get within 20 feet of that, and then I don't think I have any bonus actions worth doing. Nope, I'm done.
Okay. All right. So then the Suma are up. So I will focus this turn on Vorak, who's in a fit of laughter on the ground, looking at you, Holfi, laughing. Did you see that? He can barely speak. He's laughing so hard. And what does he have to do? Sorry,
You can repeat the wisdom saving throw if you want. Oh wait, no. At the end of each of its turns, and each time it takes damage, your target can make another wisdom saving throw. 13 to break out of it. But otherwise,
Okay.
he finds it hilarious.
Yeah. He's incapacitated.
Yep.
With laughter. Yeah. And he needed a 12 or 11?
13.
13 failed. So he's still in a fit of laughter on the
I
ground.
love it. All right.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So that brings us up to Rowan.
Okay. So looking around, do I see any bodies around me that have pockets?
Yeah, you do. Yeah. You definitely
Okay.
try to pickpocket them. Yep.
And you said it's within 30 feet, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
They're like
Behind
this,
me
like-
or ahead of me, as far
Ahead
as
of
like,
you.
where the ship is? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to run up to that as part of my movement and rifle through to see if I find anything.
Yeah. You do. You find some gold coins. You find about 45 gold.
Okay.
Yep. 45 gold
Um,
pieces in a coin purse.
And then can I use my bonus action dash to catch up with Zeph?
Yes. You can.
Okay.
So you moved, and then you want to use your bonus action to dash.
Yeah,
Yep.
like real quick.
Like this is the guy that got cut in half. Like you're leading the dad from Onward.
I don't discriminate between dead bodies.
Okay. All right. And then Triskana. I think. Yep.
Okay. Are there any Suma around, or is it just me in the brig with these gnomes?
Just you and the gnomes.
Okay, I look at them and I drop my voice. And I'm like, I'm here to help free you. Can anybody here swim? I just look around like, can everybody swim?
They all kind of look around like anxiously
Okay.
look at each other and they just nod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like as I'm asking that, I start undoing shackles, like as many as I can, in one turn.
So you're able to unshackle about half of them.
Okay.
Say 7. Yeah. Okay. You do it pretty quickly.
Okay. All right, stay put. We're gonna jump in a second, but stay with me.
Okay. Alright. They look rather now malnourished, like they're low on strength.
Oh.
Okay. And then Valsina is up.
Hey. I kind of like look at Holfi and look at the guy on the floor and look at Holfi again, like kind of waiting for a cue.
Okay. Are you ready in an action?
Well, can you not just like respond? Like, should I kill him? Is what I'm trying to convey to Holfi.
Go ahead and ask it. Yeah. I mean, you can. Yeah.
You know, right here drawn, but just maybe like hold up a finger, like just
What's your
wait,
alignment?
see.
All right, I'm confident you've got this. I'll head back up above deck and see what's happening up there.
Okay. So yeah, you make your way up above deck. It's a slaughterhouse up there. There's no one left of the Suma pirates.
Oh.
Okay.
They're all dead. It's very red, a lot of blood. There's just, small intestines spilling out, like
Wow.
so much angel hair pasta. Which, by the way, is the worst line. It's from Lost in television ever.
Oh my God.
And yeah, so that's what you see up there. It's a mess.
Can I push a gangplank off the edge of the ship so we can get up and down easier?
Yep. Yeah. So you make your way over there, and you have to push the gangplank down, make contact with the ground below. Yep.
And I'll just kind of wait.
Okay.
Now
All
what's
right.
going on?
Holfi.
I'd reason with him one more time.
I don't hear your crew. I think you're dead. Oh, they're all dead. This is your last chance.
Captain always goes down with the ship.
The ship's not going anywhere.
He couldn't really respond. He's in a fit of laughter, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Alright.
I'm going. So I'll just hold my action. If he still seems aggressive after his turn, then I am going to attack, like march up and attack him with a rapier.
Okay. All right. The creatures are no longer there. Zeph, it's your turn.
Is there a way for me to get onto this ship?
So a gangplank was just lowered to the ground below by Valsina. So yes, now
yes.
there is an easy way up.
I will head on the hell up there.
Okay. Yep, you make your way up.
That'll
You're
be my
greeted
movement.
by Valsina's animal form,
Utility moorbounder.
and you
I
see
think
the
I know.
mess. You also see the mess aboard the top, and all you see is Valsina. So you look at the mess of bodies, and you look at Valsina, mess of bodies again, and then back to Valsina.
There's no one to attack, so I will hold my action in case some fishy shit shows up.
Okay. All right. And then it is the Suma's turn. So he is going to. So it's a Wisdom save at the end of his turn, right? Nothing to do. He's incapacitated right now. So he is just in a fit of laughter and cannot get up off the ground.
Ridiculous situation. I love it.
All right.
Opie starts laughing too, just because it's
Yeah, just 'cause it's so funny.
He should be
Like-
sobbing, but like he's so out of it, he's just laughing.
That spell's really mean. That spell is somehow
really
meaner than
wasn't that
Mr.
I don't.
So for sake of brevity, let's just do this because right now you're mostly not in combat, at least most of you. So I'll stick with you for now, Holfi. So what do? You're face to face down here with Vorak, the Suma pirate prisoner.
To just go up, put a hand on his shoulder and the rapier directly to his throat, so he knows.
Mm-hmm.
And one more time, I'm going to. Actually, no. Now that I have time to talk to him, now I'm going to use my cool thing. So I'm going to use words of terror. I'm going to speak to him for a minute. So once per short rest, you can speak to a humanoid alone for 1 minute and cause it to become frightened of you or another creature. If it fails a wisdom saving throw for 1 hour until its allies are attacked for damage, etc., etc. So, all right. So again, 13.
Failed again.
Okay.
So he's no longer in a fit of laughter. He is now terrified of you.
As I, just grab him, pull him close to me, let the blade just pierce, almost like a needle, just enough to wake him up.
Please, no.
Hey, listen to me. You are not the captain of this ship. Who's the captain? Who's the captain?
You're the captain. You are.
Now get the fuck off my boat.
He stands up, he turns, he runs, he leaps through a hole in the side of the hull into the ocean below.
Just made him commit suicide.
I'm gonna give Holfie inspiration for that. That was the ballsiest thing I've
Yeah.
seen since the last time Rowan did anything at all.
Just sheath the rapier. Look at the mess that Valsina made. All the amulets and everything gone and trashed.
And then Triscana, so back to you.
Alright, I will keep undoing all the shackles of these gnomes. These poor, sickly-looking gnomes. But I guess just trying, using my head without metagaming. I'll stick my head out the hole in the ship, and I don't hear any more, screaming or anything outside. I don't hear any more hubbub.
As you stick your head out of the hole of the ship, you see a blur of a Suma pirate body crash into the ocean, fly past you into the ocean waves below you.
Okay.
You see him start to swim off.
Alright, well, we're not gonna go out that way.
No, he didn't kill him. He's swimming away. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. My name is Triskana Vorkala. My friends and I are here to help you. And I cast Minor Illusion to make it look like a dozen tiny gnome footprints went, up a bench and out the hole. Just in case.
Okay.
Let's get you guys somewhere safe to hide. Come with me. And I'm gonna lead them out of the brig and try and find somewhere that no one would think to look for them. To just
Aboard the ship or somewhere?
aboard the ship to just stash them for now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to lose this ship because I don't want to live on this island.
Yeah. So there is, you make your way up to the second floor, and you see Holpe standing there, just kind of looking around.
Find on the ground and put it on. Why not?
Yeah.
Hey.
And you notice that. Go ahead. Sorry.
I found our new friends. This is Holfie. He's a good man. He's gonna help you too.
All right. So you make your way up to the main deck, and you see the mess. You see Rowan and you see Zeph and sorry, I'm drawing a title. So you see Zeph and Valsina standing up there. And I say Rowan at this point. Did you make your way up too?
Yeah,
To
I'm
the
just
ship.
pocketing the dead bodies on the top deck.
Yep. So you got that 45 gold in total, and after you're done rummaging through the pants of these, decapitated bodies, you make your way up to the ship as well. So I would say all of you at this point. Hopefully, did you go up to the main deck too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I have time to, say, everyone, quick. To pull up for a quick huddle?
Yeah.
Let's pull the gangplank.
There's a hole in the ship.
I'm gonna pull up the gangplank myself.
Okay. All right. So you pull the gangplank up. Comes up pretty easily.
Good.
What about the
Alright.
rest of the crew?
Fuck 'em.
What about
I-
Thalia?
We need Fix-It Felix. We got a hole in the ship.
Yeah, we can't say
Felix,
fuck it
we
to
need
everyone.
Thalia.
Go do a few things.
All
Hey,
right.
Carl.
You do
Right.
see
I
the
speak
crew
to the
is-
gnomes.
on
Alright,
the
have you-
main-
Durgo Magalazala. We need all of them.
Okay. All right.
Did you see the crew of the Selena running across the beach towards the ship, waving their arms, looking up as the gangplank is being drawn up?
Okay, we have time. We're in charge of this now. right? Is the ship clear?
No,
The
I.
ship seems like it's clear. Lots of dead bodies currently.
I'll leave it to
I'll
you
do
guys
a-
then.
Should we get a broom?
Do you want to let the board of the crew of the Selena on board this ship? We can vote. Who wants to leave him to die?
I love.
No.
I trust the captain, but I don't think that she'll go without all of the crew. I wouldn't want all of the crew, but I don't see how we can leave with just her or Felix.
We've got the high ground. We could make sure they know who's boss of the ship.
Yeah, the right thing to do is to save as many of them as we can, regardless
just
of
as
their
bad.
political.
What moral high ground do we have? Arguing against slavery and the importance of lives and everything when we are willing to just let theirs wither away here on this cursed island.
Absolutely.
And then what? Do you want to bow to your conscription and let them take you to Artema?
Oh, circumstances have changed now. We have the ship.
That was the manifest of the Selena. We're free to go where we wish.
Yep.
The crew has a chance at a new life. Of course, a lot of them have families and kids back home, so they'll probably want to go on all of that. But, you know what?
While
Let's
they're
ask them all
talking-
about it.
Oh, yeah, while you guys are talking, since I cannot talk, I'm gonna use this time to, like, do a once through on the ship and make sure we don't have any additional stowaways.
I can't wait until she like hairballs up the.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Valsina, you give a quick inspection of the ship, making your way down each corridor. You don't find anybody else. It seems abandoned at this point.
Alright.
Abandoned, or there's lots of dead bodies as well.
Well, there is no rush. If you want to make terms for the Selena crew to abide to, now is the time to dictate them. If one of you wants to be the captain, you can be.
I hope he's got the hat. I don't want to.
That is a nice hat.
Alright, I will throw up the stuff and then
Oh, the
turn back into a person that can
Nice,
talk.
I think.
Just get several pendants. You vomit them up, and they're just there on the ground. And you're now Valsina
Oh
proper.
my god. It's the most efficient way to move things when you don't have hands. Sorry about that. What are we gonna do about the lighthouse? What if there's more people there?
We can clear it. Nothing says we have to leave right away.
We asked the gnomes.
Yeah.
What's the name of our ship?
You're asking the gnomes what the name of our ship is?
They
I
get
said we asked the gnomes about the lighthouse, but
Is there a name on the side of the ship?
It's whatever we want it to be now.
I was just wondering for ideas.
You guys did notice a name on the side of the ship. And the ship is called Blackest Death.
Oh, I don't like that one bit.
Yeah, we're changing the name of that.
Okay.
How about Thunderpot?
We usually name the ship after your clan name. So if it was up to me, I would name it after you guys.
What's our name?
the castaways.
Simon's Heroes. We'll stew on that.
Let's stew on that.
Listen, new friends. Is there
Workshop.
anyone left in the lighthouse? I asked the gnomes.
One of them responds, "It was just us."
Is there anything worth going back there?
We didn't see much of the lighthouse. They kept us chained, just as they kept us chained here.
Oh,
There's a
Valsina,
library.
can you feed these poor bastards?
Oh yeah, can I feed these poor bastards?
Although I will say, Suma seemed preoccupied. Many came and went. Some would come with covered in a faint dust.
Might be worth exploring.
We weren't able to see much though. There was a cat in front of us all the time.
A cat?
Alright, yeah. I can make some good berries, which are healing and filling.
Can you make 15?
Yeah, I'll cast it twice. I can make 20.
It seems
Oh.
kind. Okay. So let's let the Selena crew on board and let them know that you are no longer under conscripture, and we can work together to get everyone somewhere else. We still need to get to the island.
So I cannot become a Perlid.
Exactly. So if they are going to travel with us, they need to agree to that. But other than that, I don't see why we all can't stay friends, right?
I definitely want to check this lighthouse out to see if there's
Okay.
a library in it.
Yeah, that's gotta have some interesting stuff in it.
If we do go, let's take Thalia with us, so they don't do what I just try and do and take this ship without us.
We could chain them in the bottom.
Okay, that
To
seems a little
explain,
excessive.
moral lesson edifying exactly why it is that slavery is bad.
Well, also, aren't the sails kind of destroyed? It's probably gonna take a little bit of time to get this thing functional again.
It would be kind of awkward to repair this ship without letting them on board. They could probably climb up the side by the time we were done.
Yeah. This ship is very much damaged, but it's in much better shape than the Selena that was totaled.
Totaled.
Rules. Written off by the
The insurance adjuster.
insurance company.
Wow, look at this. Yeah, you're gonna have. Yeah, that's one.
Oh yeah, that's no good.
Should we?
No Canadian. All right.
I kind of want to ask all the gnomes here, like, were there more of you on that other ship that just sunk? Like, should we send out a search party, or is that all just pirates?
One of the gnomes turns and like does like a little head count. This is all of us.
Or
Right? I start pushing the. Did anyone put the gangplank thing back out?
Gangplank goes out, makes its way down to the beach below, and making their way aboard. What's left of the Selena is former
That's
act-
going to be overwhelming for anybody. 'Cause that's crazy.
It's fine
crazy
for
loud.
me. Yeah.
I have it turned down to 57%, and it's louder than all of you.
Weird.
That's got to go. Sorry. Okay.
Um,
I can just crank it down even further then. Sorry, go ahead.
so making their way aboard is what's left of the crew of the Selena. First aboard, Thick Carl pulls himself up, leaps up, lands on his feet. DMX
Up, TC!
makes his way up.
I feel like
And then
we're picking kickball teams.
Yeah. And then you have and then you have Tobin pulls her way up and just kind of looks down at her feet as she stands over by the side of the ship, looking around kind of nervously. Felix, wrinkly old hands, pulls himself up onto the ship, gnarly, kind of arthritic looking hands. You've sure made a mess of this, haven't you?
Oh, this wasn't us.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
Holfie, do you have prestidigitation? We're gonna have to do this by hand, aren't we?
Mop and bucket job.
Where's the horse guy? I've got a new job for him.
Allbounder?
Who?
Oh no,
What
I
horse
meant
guy?
I meant the guy that was giving Valsina a hard time.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
his name?
Mullet Scuttlebeard.
yeah, did he die or is he still here?
He is not with this crew. Yeah. Are you guys asking this in character?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where is Mullet Scuttlebeard?
Are you referring to that? He didn't make it, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry for your loss.
He lost his head at the mullet.
Trin.
He died wearing what he loved.
Well, he was
Um,
all business in front till the very end.
Yeah.
Oh, Seven's in chat.
And, and then lastly is I already said DMX. So the brother of the first mate, Nara Harlan, the cook, makes his way aboard, and then finally comes former acting captain First mate Thalia Harlan makes her way aboard. So it is now. That is what remains of the crew of the Selena and the new crew of the new ship.
Oh, that's so weird that the only people that survive are the ones with names. Thank the gods.
All the non-red shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just say, welcome aboard on our ship.
All right. We'll leave. I think that's a good spot to leave it for
Holy
tonight.
shit.
right there.
Yeah.
So,
That was a good game, Mike. Holy
Good.
shit.
What the fuck were those things,
Good.
by the way? They certainly were after something.
Yeah.
Or what were the amulets I threw up? What
Yeah,
did
we
they
haven't-
look like?
That's what they were after, it seemed like.
Yeah, they got one of them, right, and then ran.
We got one of them, yeah. So they are all sorts of different colors, different designs on them. I'll have a better description next time. But yeah, they are different types of amulets, and you're not quite sure what they do just by looking at them. So
Mhm.
So I'm gonna have to
some
pick a
might
bite.
not do anything at
I-
all.
Did I really effectively hide them in my stomach?
Sure. From the creatures, you mean? From the Fae?
Yeah, from the creature.
They couldn't. Yeah, they couldn't see it. They happen to know where the one was, though. So
Yeah.
The lumpy and drug mule.
yeah.
Did you eat all of them? Did none of their ones were
That was awesome. That was fun, guys. Thank you.
Oh my god,
That was
Mike.
great.
Yeah.
That was really
Yeah.
good, Mike.
Yeah. Thanks.
Good game, guys.
Cool. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm excited for next week. We get to explore a lighthouse and
Mm-hmm.
what these bad boys do.
Mm-hmm.
Things to decide how we're going to convince them that yes, we the captains now.
Yeah.
or who's the
Yeah.
captain?
What name? What do we name the
why
ship?
don't-
And who are
We
we?
could just lie. I as a moorbounder, caused this. I
Yeah.
absolutely shredded them.
All us.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty solid idea.
You did. Yeah.
I did
Sure.
that. So don't fuck with us, or else I'll do that to you.
That's a good ship name, the Unfuckwithable. We can workshop it in the Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Should we say goodnight?
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
Please.
Night, everybody.
Good night,
Nice.
everyone.
Bye.
Some chicken grease.
Bye.